everybody's name, each team's name is going to be showing, and we're going to pick it up from there. Got it. Going to be recording as well. Okay, of which we're already doing. Now, wheel of names. Let's decide the order. So we have Team Colossus, Team Giza, Team Artemis, Team Alexandria. The first name is good. The first name that appears is going to be the first team to go, and like that till we get to the end. All right. Seeing the wheel of names spin. Oh, that was close. So Alexandria, you're going first. For that next spin. Oh, this is really close. Oh my goodness. You're going second.
I think we should spin again. We should spin again if it's.
No, this is how he's going already.
Okay, Team Giza.
Yeah, Team Giza, you're going to get ready. So Alexandria, Giza. Okay. All right. Let's go. Okay. This is gonna be Colossus. All right. So what's that? We have our order. Alexandria, Giza. Okay. Yes, thank you very much. I see it's okay. Somebody typed it already for me. So yes, thank you. And that's it. We're gonna be following that order. So without further ado, we all have 15 minutes while every team begins to prepare to come up on stage. Starting from Team Giza. Starting from Team Artemis, rather. I'd like to welcome our panelists in the person of Joy Kika. You're very much welcome. It's good to have you once again. You taught us in the boot camp. It's good to have you once again sharing with us today. Hi, Joy. How are you doing this morning?
Hi, Favor. Good morning. It's great to be here. Thank you for having me. I'm a bit under the weather, so you guys please forgive my voice. But please let me know that you can hear me.
Yes, we can hear you loud and clear.
That's fine.
All right, that's great. Please, Kika, do you have anything you want to tell the class? Just a couple of advice before they start. Anything whatsoever you want to share with them?
I'm really excited to see what the teams have put together for today. The classes were very engaging, and I know the caliber of people in this class. So I'm actually very excited to see, what you've put together today. And yeah, I'm here for the ride. So let's go, guys.
Definitely. Thank you very much, Kika. It's good to have you. And thank you for joining, irrespective of the shy music you're facing. Probably not better. Thank you. We really appreciate that. Without any further ado, let's go to our next panelist, Sheon Olayiwola. Hello, Sheon. How are you doing this morning? How's everything going at your end?
Hi, Favor. Good morning. I like the energy that you're bringing, Favor, this morning.
Yes, that's right.
I like that. I like that you're keeping the energy up, right? I'm excited. to be here again, right? And looking forward to see what this cohort would show us in the case study presentation. So yeah, I'm up. My energy is up as well. So I can't wait to see the data and what they've cooked for us, basically.
Exactly. Thank you very much for that, Sheon. It's good to have you here. So without any further ado, guys, this is going to be the next. Thank you very much, Sheon. Thank you very much, Kika. It's good to have you. We all know the process. We've read through the case study profiles. Our panelists have also been given access to the case study brief that you guys have worked on, so they are well aware of what you guys have worked on. All right. We understand that we all have 15 minutes 15 minutes per team to be on to present, after which the panelists will have also 15 minutes to ask questions, get feedback, and at the end of the day, each team has the maximum of 30 minutes to be on the spotlight. All right. I also want to do a big shout out to all the coaches in the house. All the coaches in the house, you guys just say a big shout out to all your coaches, Debisi, Lade. We have Debisi, Lade, Jibril, Ebuka, and Han. Thank you very much for joining, and thank you very much for the efforts that you've put in so far. Okay. All right. So a quick correction from my colleague Adiola said it's 10 minutes for the panelists, so 25 minutes in total for the team to be on stage. All right, without any further ado, you will see the timer like so. You can see the timer at the top, is left or right now. You can see the timer here if you want to keep look at what the time is saying in preparation for your case study presentation. So without any further ado, I'm going to like to make welcome the very first thing that I'm presenting for us today, Team Alexandria. Team Alexandria, I know your representatives representing are Joko Tadele, Olawale, and Sheye. So yes, without further ado, welcome to the stage, guys, and take it away.
Please, I have a question before we begin, please.
Yes, please.
Is this to be on video mode? Because my apartment is not bright and I don't know if that's okay still.
I mean, you don't have to put on your video if you have the internet and the bandwidth and whatever.
Absolutely. So can I go like this without my video?
Yes, but you have to start.
But wait, no, I need the person running the presentation to put the slides together before I begin. He's supposed to do that first before I start, please. Olawale, please, can you run the slides? Do we have to run the slides or we can?
Yes, you have to run the slides.
Okay, yes, then Olawale is the one that's
supposed to run the slides.
Also, okay, you can't share your screen yet. Let me check that. Share screen. All right, you can share your screen now. Try again, please. Okay. So yes, guys, and please during this period, let's make sure that our mics are muted, and we are not interrupting the presentation during this period. If you have questions, comments, anything whatsoever, drop it in the chat box. They will all be attended to in the period where the panelists are giving feedback. Or if it is much more elaborate, we'll attend to it after the whole session. All right. But Olawale, Team Alexandria, Sheye, are you all ready to get started? I can start the timer.
Olawale, please, are you ready? Joko Tade, are you on ground? Team members, please.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. Olawale, if you would like to go to the full screen mode so we can get started.
Olawale, are you there? Please confirm.
I am ready. I'm ready.
Yes, go to the full screen mode for your presentation so that you stop sharing.
Sorry?
I like it.
Am I to do that or Olawale is to do that?
What did you say? If at this point, let me see something. Olawale, you're not sharing your screen, by the way. You want to reshare your screen now so we can get started. There's no way it's a show and tell, so we need you to show so that Ebi Sheye can tell. All right. So please, every team, this is the first team, and I know there's a lot of pressure mounting up at the moment, but take it easy. Every team should go ahead to begin to prepare right now so that we are not having an issue of a presentation issue and all of those things before that time, okay? What I'm going to do now is see if I can pick up your slide from wherever you've put it and be your presenter instead, so that we can save and manage time for the presentation today. Okay, I'm trying to go ahead to see if I can pick it up. All right, I have a copy of your slide here with me. I am going to download it and yeah, present for the team while Olawale and others get ready. This is why we ask that it's shared, and I hope this is an updated copy of what you've worked on as a team.
Jimbo, we can go ahead. I already shared the screen.
Okay, perfect. Go ahead. All right.
I think yeah, you can.
The time starts now. Share, over to you.
Okay, so can I begin? This is not the first slide. I don't know who's in charge of the slides, but this is not the first slides. Please, can we start with the first so I can begin, please? No timing yet, please. Please, who's in charge of this slide right now?
Jimbo, please, I don't want presenting. You stopped my screen. So you might want to.
I'm not sure who's currently controlling the slide, but whoever is, can they please respond?
Sorry about the issue, Adiola. Sorry about that. Can you see the screen now? Share.
Yes, I can. So
okay.
Can I begin at 10? Because my time has already been cut short. It's just 1 minute into that. At 10 a.m.
I am Share. Okay.
Thank you very much.
You want to begin at what time?
10 a.m. Okay, no, sorry. 9:30. Sorry. I didn't see that clearly.
Your time starts now. Please go ahead.
It's already way into the apologies, but my minutes had already started counting when they were trying to fix the whole thing. I wanted to get
your minutes.
Okay.
I have restarted your minutes. Your time starts now.
All right, thank you. Good day, everyone. My name is Ebisai. I am a member of Team Alexandra, coached by Jibril. My team and I, Taiwo, Jokotade, and Lawale, will be spearheading the products marketing presentation for Elevate Fit. Next slide, please. In the next slide, you can see the problem statement. We found that over the years, there's been an upsurge in the demand for mobile fitness applications. And we've noticed that in Nigeria, a handful of fitness and wellness participants have encountered a handful of issues, including lack of personalized fitness guidance, difficulty in tracking fitness progress, as well as an absence of form and coaching. As a result, we carried out a secondary market research that provided us with the following metrics. We found that the market value at the moment for the global digital fitness market was estimated to be valued at 9.30 billion as at 2022, and that number is expected to surge significantly above the $60 billion mark in 2031. In addition to this, we also found that projected revenue for 2023 sits at 3.62 billion, and we found that user penetration is expected to surge significantly from its current point of 6.39% in 2023 to 8% by 2027. Please, next slide, slide 4. The next one. Apologies. Okay, thank you. In January, we found that there's usually an increase in fitness and workout application downloads. We spotted an 80% increase in downloads from January 2019 to January 2022. We also found that in January 2023, mobile fitness applications saw like a download of approximately 21 million worldwide. In addition to this, we found out using Google search trends that there's a growing demand for digital home workouts, as well as fitness devices that can measure and provide users with accurate metrics to spot their physical activities. Next slide, please. We then proceeded with our competitor analysis and insights, and we found that our key competitors include Adidas Runtastic, which is a fitness application associated with the Adidas brand, as well as Fitness Buddy, which is a home workout journal. We then proceeded to provide a solution. Next slide, please. In our next slide, you can see our solution. With Elevate Fit, the main goal is to provide a comprehensive fitness and wellness platform for our users. Our goal is to put forward the advanced AI technology as well as expert guidance to help break down the existing fitness barriers that our users or our prospective users face. Essentially, we hope to center Elevate Fit around creating accessible, enjoyable fitness and wellness, to create accessible, enjoyable fitness and wellness. Apologies, I can't say clearly, but we hope to make fitness accessible and enjoyable and tailor it to every user's individual journey. Sincere apologies. Next slide. So in our next slide, you can see our unique value proposition. It includes, but is not limited to, personalized fitness, nutritional support, AI-powered coaching, comprehensive tracking, as well as our one-click health wearable sync and community engagement. Next slide, please. In our SWOT analysis, you can see that our strengths include, but are not limited to, personalized training. One of the weaknesses we spotted was our newness to the market, and an opportunity we saw was event marketing. A threat we noticed is the globally established competitors that are currently in the market. Next slide, please. We then proceeded to lay out our target audience. So we are targeting people between the ages of 20 to 45 in major urban cities in Nigeria. We're targeting married family men who are looking to get into fitness, new mothers trying to get back into shape, as well as older Gen Zs and younger millennial men and women trying to hit their fitness goals. Next slide, please. Summarily, our first user persona is targeted towards a woman named Mrs. Kalisa. She is a new mom who engaged in fitness activities before she got pregnant and gained a lot of pregnancy fat that she's trying to shed off. Next slide, please. In our next slide, you can see our second user persona. He's a 37-year-old civil engineer who is married with 3 children and is always traveling for business in different parts of Nigeria. Hardly ever has time. We are hoping that Elevate Fit helps him access fitness and workout activities from the comfort of his home, anywhere he's working, at home or in any state in Nigeria. Next slide, please. Our last user persona, the third one, is targeted towards Francis, a 28-year-old software developer who lives in the busy city of Lagos, hardly has any time for himself, but is looking to use Elevate Fit to better his fitness life and reach his fitness goals. Next slide, please. Elevate Fit essentially positions itself as an ultimate fitness companion that's trusted and also has personalized workouts, essentially, as well as AI coaching and a supportive community for its users. The key elements of our positioning includes, but are not limited to, convenience, effectiveness, innovation, and empathy. Next slide. Okay, thank you. Our brand value statement, as seen below, reads, Elevate Fit, your personalized fitness companion for a healthier you. I'm going to be handing over to Jukotade, who will take on the next slides. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Jukotade, and I'll be taking over pricing for Elevate Fit. We adopted a competitor-based pricing strategy that aligns with our competitors like Adidas, Runtastic, and Fitness Buddy. And the rationale behind our choice is market acceptance to ensure that our value proposition is communicated correctly, to balance affordability and profitability, and uses a tiered subscription-based pricing pattern. Our pricing tiers include the freemium plan, the standard plan, and the premium plan. The freemium plan has an entry point, while the standard plan has the more affordable subscription option with some customization, while the premium plan adopts an holistic approach and includes the AI coaching, form correction, and other features. The next slide, please. The next slide shows the features at a glance. And next slide, please. Shows the next slide, please. Shows all the features at a glance and shows the premium plan, the standard and the premium plan, the features that are adopted by each. Our standard plan will be costing around 15,490 per year, 9,700 for 6 months, while our premium plan will be costing 19,200 per year and 1,950 naira per month. Next slide, please. Our marketing strategy is leveraging a multi-channel approach, and it is based first to build a powerful brand presence, acquire a large user base, and maintain high user engagement. We hope to acquire 1,000 paying users within 12 months. We hope to generate a minimum of 20 million naira in the first year. We hope to gain maximum user engagement, establish Elevate Fit as a recognized and trusted brand, and also achieve a 40% retention rate within 12 months. Next slide, please. The marketing channels we'll be employing include SEO and SEM, social media, YouTube, influencer marketing to boost credibility, event sponsorship to target already fitness conscious target audience, social media ads, email and content marketing, and the rationale for this has also been stated. The next slide, please. How are we going to achieve our marketing goals? SEO will be targeting extensive keyword research, optimized website content, on-page and off-page SEO to be handled by competent SEO professionals and regular content audits. For social media marketing, we hope to keep active profiles, maintain content calendars that ensure that they structure and follow the 80-20 rule that says that we will do about 20% of promotional content and 80% of educational content to push people towards our products. For content marketing, we'll ensure well-researched articles and explore other content marketing formats like videos, like infographics and user testimonials on the platform. Next slide, please. For influencer marketing, we'll be collaborating with influencers to boost brand credibility and expand the reach. We'll also explore community management to ensure that there is our community is thriving, dedicated weekly user spotlights, features and achievements on the platform to boost user engagement. We'll also be exploring email marketing via segmentation, monthly newsletters, tips, drip campaigns. Next slide, please. Our ad strategy is going to leverage social media, influencers, Google advertising to introduce Elevate Fit to our target audience. We'll be using platforms like Facebook, like Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, and Google ads. And some of the ad formats we'll be exploring include video ads, story ads, static graphic, and carousel ads. We'll also use demographic targeting, interest-based targeting, retargeting, geo-targeting, and make sure that we A and B test all our ad copies to ensure that we optimize our conversion rates. Next slide, please. Our pre-launch strategy will be launching a teaser campaign from about 8 weeks before launch. Our landing page to capture user details like their emails, their age, and their fitness goals. We use interactive elements like live countdown timers to build a buzz around it. We use emails. We want to launch the one fitness tip a day brings your fitness goals closer campaign about 30 days before launch. That will include a fitness tip and a daily countdown to build excitement. We also transfer this campaign to social media, host weekly Twitter spaces, Instagram live with fitness influencers, launch the Elevate Fit challenge that would see people posting videos of themselves working out and are trying to achieve their fitness goals on social media. Next slide, please. We also launched a referral program 4 to 6 weeks before launch that will include access to the app for users who sign up. We give incentives like 10% of the first month's premium subscription for about 50 users. We encourage social sharing for people to share referral links. We maintain a leaderboard that is going to show top referrals to build excitement among our users and keep them referring the app before launch. We'll use email campaigns, welcome emails, pre-launch announcements, sneak peeks, success stories, and all of that. Next slide, please. Next one after this. We'll also use an influencer buzz campaign for 12 weeks before launch. We'll onboard influencers that have the same target audience as Elevate Fit, encourage content creation for them to share to their audience. We use content marketing. Then we'll preload the app 1 to 2 days before launch on app stores to build excitement. And on launch day, we'll send out launch day emails across all social media platforms. Next slide, please. Our post-launch user engagement plan would include onboarding and personalization, personalized welcome emails, daily engagement, push notifications, user-generated content to share on our social media, share on the community, in-app, use progress tracking, share downloadable graphics we use and users that achieve milestones in their fitness journey so they can share and maintain a thriving community for Elevate Fit. Next slide, please. We also include in-app support, spotlight our users, user success stories. I mentioned the leaderboard, we also do that, and we will increase our engagement in January as we saw from the secondary market research. We would also employ a loyalty program, 10% off subscriptions and all the incentives I've mentioned before. Basically, our takeaway is that our post-launch marketing strategy will remain agile, ongoing A/B testing to maximize return on investment and take regular feedback from our users and influencers. The next slide shows our copy samples that we believe translates to Elevate Fit positioning, how we want the brand to be perceived. One says, too lazy to eat the gym, eat the Elevate Fit app instead. Personalized own workout plans, a virtual code to guide you and a community to keep you accountable all the way. Next slide, please. Some of our KPIs include increasing organic traffic by 40% in 6 months, growing our social media followers to 40,000 in 12 months, 10,000 on Twitter in 12 months, 70,000 followers on TikTok in 12 months. Our content marketing KPIs are here. Influencer marketing, 500,000 influencer generated impressions within a month, organic community growth, and good email open and click-through rates. Next slide, please. I'll be passing over to Olawale to handle the go-to-market strategy and all the other parts of the slide. Thank you very much.
All right. Good morning, everyone. For the go-to-market strategy, we'll be leveraging channels such as SEM, social media, marketing, and YouTube, because we believe this is where people talk about and start their buyer's journey for a fitness app, basically. And then we're going to maintain our current customer segmentation, the 3 ones we listed earlier. Our buyer's journey, we have divided our funnel into 3 segments: the TOFU, the MOFU, and the BOFU. We're going to be engaging social media, search engine marketing, and YouTube as well as influencer marketing to drive awareness, SEO to use for educational content on social media marketing, for engagement on social media to drive consideration. Also, we're going to be using retargeting ad and email marketing and influencer marketing to drive action taking. Our USP still remain the same, and we'll be emphasizing on them. Next slide, please. Next slide, okay. And then our sales enablement materials include FAQs, product guides, and sales pitch deck. Next slide, please. So we decided that we were going to spend a total of 5 million on advertising, and from each of these channels, we have 6 channels. We envisage a conversion of 2,700 from SEM, 480 from Instagram, and the other numbers are listed below. Please, next slide. Okay, for our user analysis, we found out that our total revenue was $64,440. Our average revenue per user is $128. Premium plan, we have our highest number of users are the premium plan users. Google has drove the highest number of users for our channel. Let's go to the next slide, please. For our revenue analysis, we found out that premium plan has 60% or over 60% of our, Can I finish, please? All right, thank you. So 60% of our total users are on the premium plan, followed by the pro plan at 30.2%, and then 8.9% our standard plan. The country that drove the highest revenue for us is Uganda, and the goal that drove the highest revenue was those who wanted to lose weight. The channel that drove the highest revenue for us is Google Ads, also closely followed by paid search. Okay, for our acquisition analysis, we found out that we were able to register a total of 53,917 users, paying users actually, and we spent 12,881,515 naira to acquire these users. Our CAC was set at 238, approximately 239 naira, and our conversion rate at 33.60. Our install rate looks bad. We need to work on that at 69.47, and our install rate at 14.31. Next slide, please. So our data analysis recommendation goes to us. We recommend that user retention strategies be rejigged and reworked, as we are losing more than 50% of people who install our app over the last 3 months. The premium plan that drove the highest number of users should be focused on more, and probably better incentives be added to people who want to subscribe to that plan. And then for the most revenues that came from users who want to lose weight. We can structure our messaging to fit this audience the more. And of course, Uganda and Google Ads drove the highest revenue, so we can allocate more marketing budget to those places. Thank you very much. That's the end of our presentation.
Thank you very much to everyone on Team Alexandria. Please, a big shout out to every member of that team and everyone who has come up to present right away. Thank you very much, Team Alexandria. Well done job. Yes, well done to everyone on Team Alexandria. It's been awesome hearing from you. I know there was a lot of pressure on the first team, and you know those jitters were there. Without any further ado, let's hear from our panelists, Sheil and Kika. What do you think about it all? They've shared quite a lot of interesting things about what they have worked on pre, during, and post launch of the Elevate Fit product. What are your thoughts? What are your feedbacks? What are your questions for them?
All right, thank you, Favor. I think I'll go first. So listening to Alexandra, I just remembered, what's this guy's name? Josh Too Funny, the fastest reading guy. You know, when he was like, I'm going to show you a trick. I felt like the first two people were just going brrr, brrr, you know, trying to win that award. But great job, guys. Great job. This was very elaborate and very detailed. I think that at the end of this these cohorts, you guys should just come together and go and launch your company and move to Uganda or wherever that gives you the most revenue. So great job, guys. I have a few questions. Just give me a minute to pull that up. I'm wondering how many people are on this team. I know the 3 people spoke. How many other people? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that correct? 4 people.
That's
Okay.
correct. That's correct.
All right. So my first question would be, you know, how you carried out your market research. Can you walk me through your process? Market research. How did you carry out your market research?
Any member of the team can come up here to answer.
Any
now.
member of the team.
Hi, Tika. Good
Hi.
morning. Yeah, so we carried out secondary market research. We tried to analyze industry trends globally in Africa and in Nigeria as well. So we checked the digital fitness services, digital fitness app markets in those regions globally, and Nigeria and all of that. We checked the trends, revenue, how is it moving, app downloads, how do people feel about the apps, how do people feel about fitness services that work from home, do they think it's effective, and all of that. We also checked download patterns, are people really using these apps or are they just downloading? Then we also check user penetration, is it increasing post-pandemic and pre-pandemic? We try to analyze that trend as well.
Can you list the tools that you used for your secondary market research?
Okay, we used Google Search Trends. We used Google Keyword Planner. We used plain Google Search. We used Statista for most of our statistics. We used what other? I think those were the main major tools we used.
Okay, that's fine. I would like to, you know, advise that for your statistics, it's great to always put in your sources. You know, find a way to include your sources.
We linked some
on the
of them.
Document. Sorry?
Yes, we linked some of them in the underlined. It's just not showing.
I only see one link, but you came up with quite a number of statistics even before this slide. And so for your data to be authentic, you always need to state where your source is. If it's on your slide, it should be linked. I think there's a previous slide here that spoke to, you know, the research that you did, but I didn't see any link in there where it being stated. So it's something you should take note of, right? But yeah, thank you for listing all of those other ones. My second question would be your ideal persona. I was very what's the word, intrigued that you have married family man. Yeah, and I would like to understand your thought process for why this is like a major segment for Team Alexandria.
Okay.
Okay.
Think.
Can I go?
Do you want to go?
Yeah, let me go.
Okay.
So yeah, thank you, Kika. Why this is a major segment for us is because we find out that most men, after who are probably fitness conscious before marriage, end up because of their schedules and tightness in their daily activities, end up not being able to keep their gym life active anymore. So based on, and for instance, this kind of person will travel several cities, businessmen and women in this same particular businessmen, not women, under this particular personnel who travel cities cannot particularly register in a specific gym to continue their fitness lifestyle. So, and this is a problem because if you don't stay fit, you probably will develop what's called cardiovascular issues, and the fact that their kids are energetic, they have to be able to keep up with them. So they need to keep their fitness level at a certain pedestal to be able to at least ensure that they stay long enough for their kids to grow, and as well as be able to be active alongside their kids. And some of these things are listed in their frustrations, their needs, and wants and motivations.
Okay, thank you for sharing that.
I'd like to add briefly, sorry, if possible.
Okay, Shay.
Okay, so
did I pronounce that right?
Say, but it's fine.
Yeah,
so
please go ahead.
Okay, so this 37-year-old is married as well. We noted that there. And my colleague has just spoken on the fact that he needs to live long to, take care of his children. But in addition to that, I wanted to note how a lot of married men, when they go to therapy, when they seek therapy with their partners, women are often the ones that are, told to work on their health. But we found that attractiveness also plays a huge role in how lasting the marriage is. So if the man spends a lot of time doing everything else but working out, and he comes back and his partner is not satisfied with, the affection in the home, we found that in therapy, these are things that come up, and these are things that influences how long marriages last. So fitness definitely plays a huge role in how their partner perceives them, both men and women. And so a lot of men are looking to sustain their health to be more attractive to their partners as well.
Okay, that's interesting. Did your team in some way find out other related factors, which could be finance? It's interesting you mentioned, therapy. I have a psychology background, so I'm also able to speak on that end. And I'm wondering, on the scale of factors, would you say that this would rank over finance, over loyalty, in keeping a marriage? And you don't have to answer this. It's just it's something for the team to think about. Also, I don't think that they are your most attractive segments that you want to pursue. Because again, like you said, this guy is an engineer, that they're tired most of the time. He also has kids. It means he's already getting some exercise at home. If you have 3 children, trust me, they're making you run around. He's trying to get the bag, so I'm pretty sure that to get him to convert, and because you're trying to solve the problem of dedication to the course, it seems like this is going to be a problematic segment to go after. But I like that it's distinct. It's not something that would typically come off, in terms of segmentation. I like the thought process, but I think that you might have some more attractive user personas in terms of what they do, their profession, and other demographics that you could have segmented by. But all in all, great job, guys. Then the user persona 3, if we could move there. I think there's a dissonance. I don't know if it's me. Favor, can we move to persona 3? So I see age 40 years, and then here I see Francis Akonde is a 28-year-old. So could you explain what the disparity here is?
I think it's a mistake that we were about to correct before we started.
Okay, all right. All right, please take note of that, especially when you're working with templates, when you move things over to the next slide, it tends to happen. Your competitive analysis and pricing. I'm interested to know how you arrived at the pricing. Was this based on what was in the market, or was it just in terms of economic reasons? The minimum wage, how did you arrive at, I think it was 16K. How did you arrive at that for your pricing? And somebody who hasn't spoken on the team can take
that. So I think pretty much all of us have spoken. For the pricing, please can we have the slide for the pricing? How we arrived at the pricing basically was we considered our competitors, which is Adidas, Fantastic, and Fitness Body. We checked their pricing, saw what they were doing. Basically, like we stated, it's a competition-based pricing. However, we factored into the issue that we are dealing with the Nigerian economy where, price is really not. Oh, sorry, Taiwo is here. Is Taiwo here? I'm not sure he's here.
He's here. He's
sorry.
here.
Yes, I'm here.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So basically, our pricing, as he said, was determined with looking at our competitors and also looking at the economic situation of the country, then also trying to create like an anchor price, using like the standard pricing as an anchor price strategy to get people to actually pick a premium price and
Okay, he's still speaking.
No, that's it.
Okay. All right then. I like the fact that you have a subscription model. I also like the fact that you have an anchor pricing that makes the premium plan more attractive. It would have been great to also see some level of annual package. I don't know if it's here or if I missed it, but because you're trying to, the problem, it's annual. Where is it?
Yeah. We have 15,000 per year, then 9,700 for 6 months, then 19,200 per year.
Okay. So that's great. That's great. 1,950 per month times 12. How much does that come to?
That's around 23,400.
23,000. Okay. I would suggest that you increase the margin a bit so that to register for a year is much more attractive than doing per month because of the problem you're trying to solve, being that, retention and getting people to show up. And again, I think that the gym makes a lot of money after January when people have paid for the entire year and people don't show up, right? But you increase the level of commitment, it increases the level of interest. So I'll just let Sheil, go next. But great job, guys. Well done.
Thank you, Kika.
Yeah.
All right, thank you very much, Kika. Sheil, anything?
Yeah. Sure. Thanks a lot, Kika. I think that Kika has already touched base on a lot of concerns that I had, right? First off, I must say that this is super comprehensive, right? I liked the integrated approach to this document, right? For me, here are some questions that I have, right? But I would rather not want us to dwell much on these questions, right? I like that we're here specifically for this marketing budget, right? How did you guys come up with the budget per channel, right? And one thing, there's a KPI sheet where you had all the KPIs. There's a KPIs slide as well. Where did you get the benchmark for those KPIs, right? Because as I understand, the KPIs is how you use to measure success, right? Initial 60% email open rates. Are these the industry standards in the context of growth rates in this particular sector, right? Because you also want to set expectations that are very realistic. So like, how did you guys get the benchmarks for these KPIs? It's just pure ambition.
Apart from pure ambition, we're also looking at something that we can also achieve to also achieve our financial goals as a company, basically. So that's more like what we did. What can we get? What can we do? How can we reach out to people? What do we think people can actually, what can be the response to people towards our campaign that we can reach our own financial goals as a company?
Okay. I mean, that's clear, right? But I must just say that when you are setting benchmarks like this, it is good to look at what's the industry standard, right? What is the benchmark in the industry for a good open rate, for example. You also want to set KPIs that are very realistic. Chasing an initial 60% email open rate for me would seem very unrealistic, right? But then again, these are the things that you would check with the industry benchmark for what's even a good email open rate. You know, you can start with that first, and then that makes your KPIs a lot more realistic, even in line with what you're trying to achieve, considering that a lot of these KPIs don't necessarily have direct ties to revenue as I'm looking at them now. They are more social media and engagement KPIs. So it should be more tilted towards benchmarking them against what the industry standards are, so that's a lot more achievable. And then I also just want to point out that, can you please go back to the pricing slide, the pricing, premium, the plan slide? Yes. I mean, this is really good, right? How you guys have broken it down like this. I want to point out that freemium itself, right, it's a pricing model, right? That means the entire pricing model that you have set up is freemium. What would have made this stand out is when you have a feature naming and a plan naming convention, right? What that means is that these features need to be sold better, right? The value that the users would get from each of these features has to be communicated in these 3 words, or in these 4-word statements, or these 4-liner, these 1-sentence statements, or 3-word statements, or 4-word statements here, right? So each of the features has to follow a particular naming convention that is centered around the value that the customer would get in a way that is easy for them to read and they understand what they are getting, right? And also maybe a bit more marketing ready, right? And then the plan names itself, right? It should also be a little bit more personalized, right? So that it's clear. And then I also think that it should also be more around the duration for the value that they would get, right? Now I have to come down here to do maths in my head. Okay, so it's 9,700 for 6 months, right? So again, you also don't want to make your customers do maths in their head when they are trying to pick a plan, right? The plan that they are trying to pick, how much it is, and the duration of that plan should be somehow, it should be covered in your plan naming and the feature naming convention, so that it's just clear what they are getting, right? All in all, I think that it was a good presentation, right? I like the pre-market launch. I liked all the other initial ideas. The strategies itself were quite good. For me, there was also a bit of a disconnect with how this was tied back into the data, right? I think data is super important, right? Both data in the context of how you got the user personas, data in the context of how you're measuring revenue per channel, and even from the sample data that was given to you, right? How he was analyzed, how the information was presented. I think that all of this could be a lot better so that I can tell a more comprehensive story about what you guys plan to do for the brand, right? But all in all, I think that great work, guys, and that I am super impressed with the quality of the output that I've seen here today. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, and a big shout out to everyone on Team Alexandria, Jokutari, Sheye, Taiwo, and Olawale, and to their coach Jubril Lawal. Thank you very, very much. Jubril, I don't know if you have just 1 minute. If you have just 1 minute to say anything, do you want to say it at the moment while Team Giza prepares to take the stage?
I don't have much to say. I think my team did pretty good, and everybody pulled their weight, and everybody, well done to everyone. I'm really proud of what we all could pull and what we all could present out here today. Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much, Jubril, for that short, concise word. And yes, once again, thank you very much to everyone who did that. It's a well done job. Big shout out to everyone on that team. And let's delve right now into what Team Giza has to show for us, right? That's right, Team Giza. Let's have the while Team Giza goes on stage, start presenting. Let's make ready for Team Artemis as well. Team Artemis, while Team Giza is presenting, make yourselves ready. For Team Giza, I know I have Victoria and Wale coming up on the stage to talk to me. Wale and Victoria, are you ready?
Yes, we're ready. So Victoria, please can you share your screen?
Okay, great. Victoria, sharing your screen on your behalf. So let me just put it out there. Yeah.
Good morning. Oh. Can I go on?
Okay, Victoria, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, good.
I'm going to put your video now. All right.
Okay, good. Can you share your screen?
Yeah, I'm about to do that.
All right. Can you go to the full screen? Okay, present.
Yeah.
All right. Your time starts now.
Good morning, everyone. My name is in our market report for Wale. So let's proceed. These are the contents we're going to cover in the next few minutes. Let's get into it. Introduction. Elevate Fit is a fitness startup committed to transforming the traditional fitness experience into a much more personalized, engaging, and results to make fitness accessible, enjoyable, and tailored to each. These are our main product features. We have personalized workouts, virtual coaching powered by AI, nutritional support, and community support as well to have this sense of belonging. So we did market research, but we just brought out the main points, and this is what we have. We have 3 points. From our market research, we found out that 22% of adult population in Nigeria remains inactive. And then according to Kin research reports, the fitness app and virtual class are gaining wide popularity in Nigeria ever since COVID period. And then according to Statista, the health and fitness market in Nigeria is projected to grow by 7.42%, resulting in the market value of $4.7 million by 2027. Yeah. So from our market research, we've been able to draw out our target audience demography and psychography. We have from the age of 18 to 50 varied occupation, and we are Nigerian-based. We're a Nigerian-based fitness app. The psychography of our target audience basically is that they want to maintain good mental and physical well-being. They want to be consistent with exercising. They want to lose weight and build muscle mass, and also want to be part of a community that supports their quotes of our target audiences. I want to stay fit and healthy. I want to lose weight and build muscle. And I want to be consistent with exercising for my mental and physical well-being. Yeah. Moving forward, we've been able to draw out 2 main user personnel from our target audience. While we have a wide target audience, we want to focus on these two personals. This is Tunde. Tunde is a 30-year-old banker and is a family man. He was a major football player in college. Tunde understands he wants physical and mental well-being. So he wants to remain agile and active. So he can be able to show up for his family, work hard, and be able to provide for his family. His goal basically is to achieve his ideal weight, is to improve his mental health and then fitness. He also, but the pain point is that he's only available to work in the evening as he's a 9-to-5 worker. And fitness coach is very expensive. He's not about to throw a huge chunk of his salary just for fitness. So he wants a personalized fitness plan, also while being able to work, exercise from home. Our next user persona is Adejoke. Meet Adejoke. Adejoke is a 20. She's an entrepreneur and she works from home. She's a girl with big dreams and she plans to build a personal brand and marketing agency to great heights. So she understands that if she work hard, she needs to stay fit and healthy. So our goal is to be consistent with exercising, to lose weight, and to build muscle, to build lean muscle. A pain point though is that she's gaining weight because of her sedentary lifestyle and she's always low on energy. So she wants to increase her energy level and she wants a personalized lose weight plan for herself. So from this, we've been able to draw out our positioning message, which states elevate your fitness journey for individuals seeking an improved fitness lifestyle, mental and physical well-being. Elevate Fit is a comprehensive fitness platform that empowers users to achieve their fitness goal conveniently and ensuring consistency and results. So from this, we've crafted our go-to-market plan. Wale will take over from here.
All right, good morning. For our go-to-market plan, we'll be talking about the channels, the timeline, pre-launch teaser campaign, launch campaign, customer journey, and the post-launch marketing campaign. So, all right, for the channels, for the awareness part, we'll be using Facebook, Instagram, SEM, YouTube. For consideration phase, we'll use content marketing, email marketing, influencer marketing, and partnership. And for the activation phase, we'll be using discounts, referrals, customer support, and community. Okay, next slide. And this is the timeline. For the pre-launch teasers, which will be a month before launch, we'll be using visual content on social media, countdown posts and reels, landing page. And for the launch campaigns, which will be from May 1st to May 31st, we'll be using discount sales for subscribers in the first month, social media engagement, blog posts. And for the post-launch campaigns, which will be from June 1st, 2023, we'll be using social media engagement, blog posts, articles, influencer marketing, and user-generated content. Next slide. This is an example of some of our pre-launch teaser campaigns. Next slide. This is our launch campaign materials. As you can see, we said it is now available on the Play Store. Next slide. So we mapped out our user onboarding experience, which will be from the point of encountering our ads copy, whether direct or indirect. Then they download the app, they sign up, they move to the free trial, and then they proceed down to the product. Okay, and then next slide. This is also an example of our post-launch campaign materials. Like we said, we'll be using user-generated content, so we can see it in the first design. Next slide. All right, for the user engagement strategies, so we are using 4 basic user engagement strategies. We'll be using gamification, so we'll introduce gamified challenges and competitions where users can earn rewards and badges for completing workouts. We'll also be using live classes and events so they can meet with professional trainers. Next slide. We'll be using testimonials and newsletters. We can see an example of our newsletter, of our testimonial here from Chidima. Anyways, then we'll be using feedback loop. So we will allow users, we will collect users' feedback through surveys, interviews, and social media listening. And then the next slide, which is the pricing and packaging. So before we're able to draw out our pricing and for our pricing and our packaging, we discovered 3 different key points during our research. The first one is our health and fitness market potential. Research suggests that users can be addicted to wellness apps in 14 to 21 days. So market revenue in Nigeria is projected at 1.88 million, indicating a willingness to invest in health. And the competitive challenge is that we realize that some other fitness apps like iPhone Fitness and Samsung Health are free. So Elevate Suite needs a strategic pricing plan, so which includes a 30 days free trial. And then the third one is that we realize that Elevate Suite aims for high user satisfaction and sales, integrating competitor insights. So we're able to draw out 3 different pricing strategies. The first one is competition-based pricing, discount pricing, and decoy pricing. Okay, can you move to the next slide? This is our pricing packages. For the free plan, we see exercise video library, habit tracker, reminder. For the standard plan, we everything in the free plan plus personalized workouts, comprehensive tracking, community engagement and support. So for the monthly, 1,900, for quarterly, 4,500, and for yearly, that's for the standard plan, 18,500. As you can see, it is a recommended price, which our decoy is the premium plan, which is the standard plan features plus AI, virtual coaching, and nutritional plan and support. For the monthly year is 2,300, quarterly 5,900, and the yearly price is 21,499. So I'll be passing the baton back to Victoria for the data analysis.
Okay, so Elevate Fit has been launched and we have 3 months worth of data. So I'm going to do a quick review of our acquisition, revenue, and user engagement data. For our acquisition data, we can see that our install rate is very, very low compared to the huge amounts of clicks we're getting. For our uninstall rates, we are getting a very high uninstall rate despite the fact that we have a very low install rate. So uninstall rate is high. And then for our registration rates, that is install to registration rates, it is actually decent, but it decreased in the 3rd year. So if that is not worked on, it might continue like that. For our cost per install, we've seen it here in the month of May, we spent 300K, July 250, June 250, and then July just 200. So there's an increase in the install rates despite the decrease in our costs. So this is a good sign. Install increase despite the decrease in cost here. For our revenue data, this is the overall total amount that we got in the months of May, June, and July. For our gross profit, it is actually very, very healthy for a startup company. We got over 70%, our highest being July, 88.39. And I said we reduced the cost of we reduced our marketing costs, and actually, despite reducing our marketing costs, we still got 88.39, gross profit. Our registration to paid user rate. So these are those who have registered, taking them from registration to paid user is very, very, very low. The highest just being 1.15%. So the fitness goal rate, basically this serves as the reason why we are upgrading to the paid plan, is actually the percentage are almost the same contrary to the expectation that fitness and lose weight will be the sole determinant. So we're seeing that people actually want to gain weight and they actually in general just want to improve their health. For our plan rate, standard plan is the one bringing in the most income, but premium is also actually closely behind standard plan. For our package rate, standard monthly and premium monthly is the one bringing in the highest income. For our channel, we see that direct is the one bringing in the highest users. So direct, Google Ads, and organic search are our top 3 performing channel. For the states, our top 5 states is Lagos, River, Ogun, Ondo, and Oyo State. This is where most of our paid users are coming from. For the user engagement, our daily active user to monthly active user actually is very, very low, less than 7% compared to the 20% benchmark. So we could correlate this back to the fact that probably this is why we're not getting, this is why our registration to paid rate is very, very low, because the users are not even engaging in the app. And if they don't engage, they won't pay. So we've drawn out our customer success and retention strategy from this data. For our acquisition, seeing that our conversion from click to install is very low, our install rate is over 50%, and then there's a huge gap between the install to registration and so for the solution, we're going to improve our click to install conversion. We're going to streamline install to registration process so it doesn't take that long, and we're going to utilize the targeting and trade campaigns. For revenue, we see that our conversion from user to customer is less than 1%. So for that, we are going to implement a very comprehensive user engagement and value communication strategy, including targeted notification, personalized recommendations to increase the conversion rate. For the user engagement, we have a lot of problems as you can see, but the main one being that our daily active users to our monthly active user is very, very low. So the strategies we drew out from this is for the user engagement, we're going to give more of personalized content so they can spend more time on the app. We're going to make use of gamification like challenge, reward, batch giving, and then we're going to also do regular updates based on the feedback we're getting from them. And we're going to make the community more engaging because a sense of belonging is actually a very good factor to help people be consistent. For our user stickiness strategy, we're going to optimize our user onboarding process. We're going to also implement a retargeted retention campaign. We are going to use feedback loop. We're going to be actively getting feedback from our users. And then for the user retention solution, we are going to make use of personalized communication. We're going to make use of in-app notification, again, actively getting feedback from our users to improve the app. And then we're also going to do loyalty programs to just incentivize users to stay engaged and endpoint. So for our sales enablement material, we have our FAQ, sales pitch deck, surveys, and competitor research to help the sales team in their efforts to boost the revenue. So we have our contact page being hello@ElevateFit, help@ElevateFit, and then we also have an active social account on IG, X, formerly known as Twitter, and Facebook. This will be the end of our presentation. Meet ElevateFit's wonderful team. Yeah, thank you.
And I don't know, I'm looking for the word. It's splendid, fabulous. So a blend of splendid and fabulous together. Right on under the time. That is splendid, fantabulous. I don't know. Thank you very much to Team Giza. That was a beautiful one. I don't want to put too much on it. I'll just go straight to the panelists. So let's hear from the panelists. What you get, our panelists show and kick out. What you guys think? What are your questions? What are your feedback that you want to discuss with them about?
Okay. Thanks, Favor. I mean, I'll just go here. Like, Team Giza. I know that. I mean, the pyramids are in Giza, right? But this is just this is really good work. You know how the pyramids are perfectly aligned towards the geographical north, right? Yes, like I am super impressed, right? I don't have I don't have much to say. But I mean, I like the design, I like the simplicity of the presentation itself. A lot of the questions I had with the previous team it was sort of different here, right? I see that you guys took time to work together on this as well. This for me is a really good presentation. The market research was well presented. One thing that's super important, right, is citing. I think Kika mentioned that before. You can't just bring data. You have to like cite your sources and say, this is where I found this data. It's not, it's more like every data source should be well cited in the presentation itself so that people know that, okay, yes, there is credence to this thing that we're presenting. The creatives as well, the positioning message, I think it works. I think that, of course, it will be refined and it could be a lot. I like less text, right? I think that less is more when it comes to like messaging. I have one question about the data though. Can we go back to the data presentations, the data bits? There's this part where they said the go forward if it's the cost per install. Yes. Is this accurate though? I mean, like, is this the cost per install based on the data set that was shared? Anyone on the team can answer, really.
We had to make changes to it because the one that was shared is in dollar, and then by the time we convert it to naira, the numbers were not adding up. So we just had to make changes to it. I did realize our mistake here. The data are not really aligning with the low engagement and then having, but we had to make changes to it for that part. We couldn't use the dollar part since it is Nigerian-based startup company. And by the time we converted to Naira, it was not hard enough. The numbers were just too much.
So this is tricky, right? And this might just be the part that takes away the great work, right? That has been put together here. But then again, it doesn't take anything away. But I think what's important here is that the currency, the nuances like the currency to which you are using to report does not really matter, right? What is important is that what you are communicating in this presentation, right, is clear to whoever is reading it. If the cost per install here, based on the data you've given, people here or the stakeholders here can see that, oh, cost per install is as low as is $2 per user, then that makes sense. But I don't think that it is best practice, right, to start tweaking data, especially when clear data sets have been given to you. I think that it's important to ask questions, look at whatever you can get from the data that has been given to you, right? Because it's just important, and it's also ethical for us to ensure that we always do the right thing, really. Yeah, basically. So it's more like, rather than for you to worry about, oh, it's in Naira or dollar, when you are making strategy documents like this, what's important is that who am I communicating to? What data do I have? How do I communicate this? If I say this thing, will you understand it? Yes. And I think that's what is important. I know that there were some inconsistencies in the data, and I just also wanted to point that out. And another thing I want to point out is that when you are like visualizing data, everything doesn't have to be like the same type of charts, right? You can play around with different charts, line charts for things that do with time, different type of charts for things that have to do with changes over time, right? But yeah, all in all, I think that, like, aside from the inconsistencies with the data, I think that the presentation was really good. I like the strategy, and somehow all of the insights that you even suggested based on this data, also, I kind of agree with them, but it's just that the data has to be correct as well. Yeah, so Kika, I don't have anything to say again. Thank you, and actually, great work, guys. Yes.
Actually, Seun, during the data part, Tony asked us to make changes. He said we should just play around the data. So it was from what he said that we were able to, and we asked questions too. So we asked questions to confirm this, which he clearly stated to us that we can, since it was in dollars and we are focusing on our Naira market, so we can just do it that way. So we asked him before going ahead. And also for the reference, we listed out the citations underneath our market overview session, so you can see it there. We listed
yeah. No, so I think that one of the feedback I gave you guys was that all your data you cited, is proper. Like, I have no, yes, like, this is exactly what to do, right? Strategy documents like this should be treated like an academic document, right? Where you would cite things. So this works for me. This is good work, right? Tony raised his hand, so I'm just going to let Tony. Tony.
Hey guys, what's up? So I think that what Seun is trying to tell you. Go back to your data bits. Go back to that cost per install. Guys, no matter, even if you change from Naira to dollar to Naira to pounds whatsoever, you can't have this kind of cost per install. That's what she is pointing your attention to, right? It's 300. You can't tell me that you are getting one install for 300K. It doesn't make any sense. That's not on me. That's on whoever did this analysis. Why are you calling my name?
Thank you, Tony.
Let's be careful.
Is the disclaimer for me?
Yes, because if you think about it, you are saying that in May you acquired maybe 8,000 users at 300,000 for one user, even in Naira. But again, right, I do want to focus on the nuance of this. What's important is that we understand that, see, when you are building documents like this, just think about the stakeholders. They will understand whether it's Naira or dollar. That's not the problem. What's important is the accuracy of the data. That's super important. Yeah.
Okay, sorry. In our defense, actually, since we had to make changes and we didn't really know like what to do, we just went ahead with the first thing we went ahead with the first idea. By the time we were drafting out this graph, we realized that okay, it's not so realistic, but we just have to go with it as it is a made-up data, not a real data. But yeah, lesson learned. Accuracy is very important.
Yes, accuracy is super important when you are presenting reports to stakeholders, right? Because these reports go all the way to the board sometimes, right? So what if Elevate Fit is trying to raise money for Series A, for example, right? Which is a goal for Elevate Fit, as I imagine. You guys are doing all of these things to raise money for your products, right? And these are some of the things that the investors will look at. They would tear through all of this data, like, believe me, and they would say, why are you spending so much money on acquisition? And you should be able to defend all these things. So that's why accuracy is important. But again, right, let's not dwell too much on this. I still think that, like, all in all, this was really solid work from you guys. I like the way the ideas were presented. And I even don't have any questions about the insights or even the personas were really great, and the personas were also based on data, because it's a lot more, it's a stronger persona in the context of a guy that used to play football. That's a lot more relatable than a married man that likes yoga, for example. So for me, I don't have anything else to say again. And thanks, guys. And I think that this is really, really good work, and you guys should keep this level of quality up, really. Yeah. Great work, team. Great work.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Shaun. So I will just maybe continue from where Shaun stopped. All in all, great work, guys. Starting with the last point about your cost of installation. When I saw it too, I was like, wow, what's their offense? What happened? Why are you spending 312,000 naira to acquire one person? And beyond it just being about accuracy, is also about business sense. And this is not just for this group, but for every other team. You are not just going to be a product marketer or just working in the marketing unit. You're expected, your budgeting and your cost is expected to be a business decision. If you take these sort of figures to your CEO or to your finance department to ask for budgets, nobody's going to answer you. Your registration is maybe 18,000 naira per person. How many years would it take one person to pay off the cost of acquisition? So I need you to think about it in this line. If it costs you 312K to acquire one person, I don't know how many years that person would pay for you to make up that money before you even start making profit.
Sorry.
So, yeah.
This cost per install is not for one person. We just did an overall roundup for all the users acquired that month. So that is the amount we got from the amount of users, the paid users we acquired that month, the install rather. So it's not just for one person, it's all of the install we got for that month.
So you would have to check the terminologies that you use, because cost per installation, that's what is here. So you want to be able to check this and check the terminologies that you're using. You may not always have the time or the opportunity to explain that, okay, this is not what we meant, this is what we meant. So, just take that into account. All in all, great presentation. For me, I thought that your positioning statement was too long. I think Sheon spoke to that as well. Your positioning statement should be inspiring, right? It should be short and sweet. This is too many texts. It's a lot, and it doesn't do a lot. It doesn't tell me what you're trying to, in the grand scale of things, with all the other gyms and with all the other fitness services where you have positioned yourself. You did speak a lot about AI at the beginning of your pitch. It would have been great to put AI here as your differentiating factor. That would have been a great positioning element. So take note of things like this that sets you apart. Your GTM, I must say, I was not very impressed with your go-to-market strategy. It seemed more like a marketing plan and not a go-to-market strategy. I didn't see your competitive analysis. I don't know if I missed it, but I didn't see it. Who are the other, big players in the field? What are their pricing points? What is the strength, weakness, opportunities, and threats? I didn't see all of that. So this was a marketing plan and not a go-to-market strategy. As a marketing plan, it's not bad at all. It wasn't bad, but it just did not cut for the go-to-market strategy. I really liked the user onboarding experience. I thought that it was well thought out, and it does go a long way when you try to create a customer experience, and it would also help you with your acquisition cost as well as like the strategy that you put for your retention, right? So I really, really, really liked this. A little bit too much. I really liked this. So well done with whoever came up with the idea. Well done to the team. I did feel like at the beginning it was a very pleasant experience, but towards the ending, it felt dissociated from the rest of the presentation. I don't know if it's just me, but I just felt like, again, maybe, the way the team works is different people would cover different things. But at some point, it just felt disconnected. And I would just like to state that going forward, if you're working with a team, just try to ensure you maintain the same tone over time. Your graphics design was for the graphics in itself, not the deck, was very good. Great job to the person in the team who worked on that. I'm curious to know, because I've just heard two voices, and I would like to know how many other people are on the team, and maybe just ask a question or two to the other people on the team. Can you go to your first slide, please? Okay, so it's Team Gaza. Who else is on the Team Gaza team? Team Giza. The pyramid effect is working. Is it just two people on the team?
On Team Giza, I think go to your last page. You have the name of your team members there. Blessing. Okay, Blessing is picking up, I think. Blessing, okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so Blessing was it Blessing that Victoria spoke, Wale spoke. So Samson, Diadem, Blessing, Olawe, are they here as well?
Yes, we are here.
Okay. So I would just throw this question, and anybody who hasn't spoken yet can speak. I would like to know what your market research process was.
Okay. We had both primary and secondary research. We conducted surveys, and then we had one-on-one interviews. So I believe we gathered all that information, and I think the link to the research is attached to the end of the slide. Then we also, for secondary research, we had competitor analysis, checked what was going on in the markets. Yeah, and this was also helpful when we're trying to determine our pricing, because we discovered how long it takes people to get addicted to a fitness plan. So it helped us determine how long our free trial will go, or if we should have a free trial at all. Then also helped us determine what our prices should be.
Okay. And to the other members of the team that have not spoken, what would you say is your unique selling point? What sets you apart from every other person who is doing this? Someone on the team who hasn't spoken.
I think if there's nobody on the team, if there's okay, I think Blessing has spoken, Victoria has spoken. Who else is there again?
Something I hear.
Something here. I know Diadem. Something. Are you able to speak where you are? I know Diadem is unavailable at the moment.
Okay. All right. So it's very important that it's teamwork, and it's not just a few people who have done the work. I really love to emphasize on this because I know how group work can get, which is why I try and call on other folks that have not spoken. But please, the next team, ensure that all your members are here and they're ready to respond to questions around the work that you've done. All in all, great job, team. Giza, well done. You did a very great job, great attempt. Looking forward to what you guys do in the future. Great job.
Great. Thank you very much, Kika. And big shout out to everyone on Team Giza. The pyramid effect this day is working for you all. Who else is feeling like the heat is getting hotter in the house? You know, the intensity is getting higher. You know, well done to everyone on Team Giza. You know, solid work from you guys. Thank you very much again to our panelists. And yes, without any further ado, we'll be going straight to hear from Team Artemis. Artemis, what do you have for us? I know for Team Artemis, let's see, who do we have on that team? Artemis is coming to speak. Team Artemis coming to speak. We have, yes, Oluwole, Tunde, and Chukwune. Chukwune, I've seen you in the chat. I've seen you in the chat all through the day. So yes, Chukwune, Tunde, and Oluwole. Yes, you have the floor. The floor is yours now. Let's take it away. Okay, I can see Oluwole is presenting already. Who's going first on the team here?
All right. Good morning, everyone. Can you see my screen?
Yes, I can see your screen.
All right, good morning. So we're just going to get started. Thank you for this time. We're not taking it for granted. We appreciate that. And so we're going to be working on a product called Revitalize Tech. Just a moment. Let me see. All right. So basically, 4 of us will be working on this, and we are ably represented here as well. So in due time, you will be meeting the other individuals. So the important thing first is, why are we doing what we're doing? What's the problem? I remember, I think about last year, I registered to myself, you know, in a gym or fitness center. I think I've done that like a couple of times, like about 3 times right now. And at the end of the day, I did not, you know, do what I was supposed to do. I left at the end of the day. And I know that I'm not the only one in this, you know, facing this kind of challenge. You know, at the end of the day, we keep wasting money and all of that. And so this is the problem, or one of the problems that we're trying to solve: lack of motivation, the time constraint, the places you get to a particular peak and you just feel that you cannot continue again, having problems with nutrition. You just want to get fit, but at the end of the day, you discover that you're eating what you're not supposed to eat, and knowledge, social pressure, and all of that. And so we're going to talk about our solutions later on, and that introduces us to Revitalize Tech. Revitalize Tech is an innovative technology startup that is at the forefront of creating smart wellness solutions. And our message positioning statement states that is an innovative social wellness solution that keeps you accountable to achieve your health goals and healthy living. So what is our solution? We have a couple of solutions, that we've been able to map out. Number one is personalized workout. Number two is motivation and goal setting. With all of these, it will encourage, our users to want to, subscribe to what we have. Flexible scheduling as well. Injury prevention, nutrition and meal planning, mental health and wellness content. We have other ones like community and social integration. We have accessibility features, cost-effective alternatives, personal coaching and guidance. These are the things that we are putting together to form a robust product that our customers will be so excited about. And of course, we're looking at launching basically two products: that's a smartwatch and a ring, because we know that not every time you want to put on a watch, sometimes a ring, probably when you're sleeping, and it can still do the job. And all of this will be linked to our app, which is called the Revitalize app. And of course, we'll be talking about the features later on. We have the standard feature and the premium features. So in due time, we'll be really delving into this, especially when it comes to the pricing, so that you will understand the reason why we would always want to encourage our customer to go for the premium. Okay. All right. Our SWOT analysis, our strength is the fact that we have an innovative smart wellness solution that no other brands have right now. And also we cover various aspects of health. It's also user-friendly, commitment to affordability, and strong team of experienced professionals. The weakness, of course, is the fact that we are just new, with limited market share, and we lack brand awareness. And opportunity is that there is a huge growing demand for smart wellness solution right now. And of course, increasing focus on preventive healthcare. I mean, especially in Nigeria, lifespan is gradually reducing because of so many issues that we do not want to talk about today. But of course, this is an opportunity for us. And of course, the trend is growing demand for smart wellness solution and all of that. So basically, we have a target audience buyer persona. We've comprised everything into one anyway. So this is Shade Williams. Shade Williams is representing, the young millennials. She's an health junkie because maybe she lost someone close to her who was young but didn't take their health serious. So Shade wants to take her health serious. So she represents young millennials. She represents young parents, moms who are trying to keep fit, or young parents who are trying to lose belly fat as well. She's earning average income of about 150,000 naira to 450,000 naira. She works in a corporate environment. She's good, she's intelligent, right? And our end goal is that, she just want to maintain her daily health and wellness routine and continually explore ways to enhance her physical and mental well-being. And of course, we also looked at the older category. All right, this is Usman. He's that kind of man that, he always longs to reap the reward of his labor. He wants to see his children. He doesn't want to just die young like that, okay? However, he's faced with some health issues. He's 65, he's retired, he's still earning some good amount of money from his business, 900,000 to 2 million. Naira. His end goal at the end of the day is just that he wants to find exercise routine and balance training that are safe. Sometimes he wants to do this with his children as well, something safe and something very consistent to keep fit and live longer. Okay, so we looked at our competitors. We actually have Apple Watch, Samsung Watch, Fitbit, and Oraimo. We explored the weaknesses that they have, each of these ones, and we see if we can actually make up for those weaknesses to our own advantage. And we're going to be talking about some of this, I mean, to our own advantage, to give us some opportunities here. For instance, we're going to be emphasizing on affordability, which some of these products do not have. We're going to be emphasizing also on cross-platform compatibility. For instance, Samsung will work more with the Samsung product, Apple will work more with the Apple product. Fitbit is general, but we want to really emphasize that more. And also we want to blend advanced smartwatch features also with comprehensive health. And another opportunity for us, which I'm going to talk more in this slide, is our interconnectivity, affordability, which I've already talked about the other time. And most of these our competitors are basically tech brands that have health, health-related, technology in their main tech, but ours is focused on health first. We're just using tech as a driver to that. So we see a huge potential here for us. And of course, we're going to be moving to the product messaging and positioning. And at this point in time, I'm going to be handing over to my next speaker. Thank you very much.
Hi, good morning, guys. So for our product messaging and positioning, we realized that in order to really find our value proposition very well, we needed to understand what these people were currently doing and how to best optimize and help them out. So these guys do exercises, but they're not consistent. They lack internal motivation and support. They have meal plans, but they select what to eat, and when to eat the meals, especially the ones that are boring. For someone like Usman now, he has a good meal plan, but then he prefers to eat like swallow, as against eating salads and all, right? So, he has an irregular sleeping pattern himself and, people like Shade, right? So, but we're trying to, and then they wake up stressed out and feeling less energetic within the day. But for our value proposition, we're going to make the exercises fun and easy with friends. Would look through this later on, and then we're going to make this the experience personalized. We're going to have personalized, exciting meals based off their health needs. So it's while he might still do salads, he'll still have something else that would really be fun to motivate him to eat healthily. And then we're going to now improve their sleeping patterns and monitor sleep to increase their daily energy levels. The app and the watch would give them reminders and all, and then like the app could help them shut down their phones, send their phones to sleep mode, or deactivate background stuff so that they don't get messages and all. So yeah, that's it. So what is in it for the customers? Accountability and motivation, community and support, feedback and encouragement, knowledge sharing, increased motivation, and like this next slide. So yes, to our customer journey, we're going to have them coming through our marketing channels through advertising, and we're going to have that first with a health webinar with Aproco Doctor. Yes, he's very popular, so he'll be able to hit all these are target audiences pretty well. We're going to come in with a health talk, which he would really dissect and talk about a lot of things and give them insight about their health and all. And to end the seminar, he's going to give them access to our fitness assessment tool, which would now enable them take on the assessment. And just before they get the results, they have to fill in their biodata, which would now have us get their emails and give them, which now qualifies them as our marketing products, our marketing qualified leads, and then have them go on to doing some, moving them from cold audience to warm audience. And then he now goes on. So we could see after the, we go back, we're still on it. So with the results sent to their mails, they get a 5-day health note from him. And then on day 4, he talks about the app. And on day 5, he tells them how they can get access to the app, which now enables them to get the app and then register. And then once they register, they get the onboarding mail, which is to verify. And then they get another mail telling them that they can get access to the premium. They get to see our pricing, but they don't have access to the premium package. But then on the second day, on the second day, they're going to get a mail saying they can get access to the premium if they do our onboarding session, which would mean that, what did they call it again? Sorry, give me a second. The onboarding mail would mean that they will now get a video tour of how the app works. And then for everything they do in the app, it helps them score points, which will now enable them at the end get the, what did they call it again? the freemium package for 1 month. So they're going to do some things to complete the onboarding, and then they now take their first daily steps, and then get their daily streaks. And then we now move on to doing leadership boards and all these strategies to ensure that they are engaged. There's also going to be things like progress reports for their daily and then weekly assessments, then personalized analytics, in-app journaling, in-app survey, just to ensure that, whatever their needs are, we can address them. If they're having issues, we can help them out. If there are things they need us to improve, we can also add that to our next feature. Then we now get our testimonials, which we'll now use later on to do other ads. Then we can now keep doing our premium ads to tell them why they need to move, use the premium app feature. So yeah, go to the next one. I'll be handing over to Tunde now. Thank you.
All right, thanks, Chooks. So we want to analyze our marketing channels. So we're able to get some of these marketing channels from how the customer journey and also their behaviors. And we'll be looking at Facebook, Instagram, Google, Facebook, and TikTok, and the App Install. Basically, we'll focus more on our ad budget on Facebook, Instagram, Google's App Install, and YouTube. And we have like an ad format we are looking at to use, which are basically the carousel to show different app features. We have our video reels to also show some of our features and also use cases, basically. So it's a new product, we need to make them see reasons why they need it, and also they can relate to it. Yeah, thanks. So we are looking at also involving influencers, and I'm sure these are influencers we are familiar with. So we did our research and we see that these are influencers that fit in for the kind of product they have, the audience, we can easily reach more people. So the goal is just to get more people aware, and we know that definitely our conversions will still come through, but we want to hit our awareness more with these guys, and we're looking at collaborating with them and some other bloggers. So this influencer, basically, they will help us in creating some nice unboxing video, some workout tutorials, because we know we need a physical device to be able to monitor some of your health challenges. So they need an unboxing video to carry out this. So they'll be getting our package for free and doing some sort of videos for us. Next slide, please. So here are other marketing channels that we'll also be leveraging on. Our content marketing emails. So we understand that from the journey, we already had some of their emails, and now we've launched, we need to make them see some benefit of the product. We need to upsell some of our physical products to them, which are the rings, the watch, and the smartwatch, our smart ring as well. And for Google Ads, we'll be running some targeted app install campaign. We'll have YouTube ads, because we know that Shade will always want to go to YouTube to search for morning workouts and people that want to do some workout without using any equipment. So we want her to see some of our ads, and we would also leave out our SEO. We want to optimize for some keywords. We find out that losing belly fat has almost 2,200 monthly search on Google, and we also want to optimize our app, our YouTube campaigns, webinars, and online events. So why we are bringing up this webinar strategy basically is because of the kind of launch strategy we are looking to take. So we want to create some form of attractive marketing, and we want to educate them more. And with this, we can track our conversion as well. Next slide, please. Okay, here are some metrics to monitor. So basically, this is just defining what success means to us as a business. And for the first 3 months, our marketing approach is focused on the first 3 months of launch. So that's our first 90 days. And we can see here that, okay, I can continue, sorry. Customer satisfaction, sorry, please go back. Customer satisfaction, revenue growth, customer retention, and professional efficiency. Basically, this is what success means to us as a business. Let's go to the next slide, please. So this metrics is based on our campaign. So from all our marketing campaigns, we want to know the number of customer acquisition. We want to see our app install from all our channels. We also want to get to monitor on the awareness. We want to monitor impressions, reach, engagement from some of our influencers, our posts on other marketing channels as well. And want to track our cost per acquisition, which is really important for us to know if we're really making progress, and conversion rate as well. and also conversion rate on our webinars and other events. So success matrix as a whole for the first 90 days, this is what we are looking at. We want to onboard 5,000 users in our first 90 days of operation, and we are looking at achieving this goal of having at least 3,000 active subscribers. So these are guys that will still pay us within that 3 months. And from these active subscribers, we're looking at generating over 70,000 USD, and that's close to 63 million Naira in our first 90 days of operation. Next slide, please. So this is just like a breakdown of our ads budget. So we've analyzed and we've seen that we want to get more of these guys using more of our budget are going through our influencers and the YouTube, because we need to show, they need to watch some of these things happening. So that's why we're focusing more on YouTube and also influencers. So Google Ads, you can see from the data I have here that YouTube and influencer has more budget, and also have our Facebook, Instagram, and also Google Search Ad with 16%. So other is just like our press release and also our guest posting of native ads. So we want to get some of these blogs that we know we have our audience. So we're not really running after them, but we just want them to want to put a solution in front of them. So next slide, please. So yeah, this is our, sorry. Okay. So this is our go-to market strategy, and we are looking at penetrating the market using our own pricing model. So from the research we did, we understand that most of these solutions out there are expensive for most people to use. And so basically what we'll be doing is we are bringing up a package that allows you use our product. That's if you are getting our physical, our smart devices, you enjoy a 1 year free premium subscription. So if you are getting maybe our smart ring or our smartwatch, you enjoy the 1 year subscription. And for our pricing subscription model, we have 2 subscription plans here. We have the standard and also the premium plan. So the standard monthly is 7,950 and the annual is 79,950. So our customer gets 2 months free when they pay annually. So this is just the offer we are giving out to them. And for the premium too, we can see that they can pay 9,000 or 99,000 yearly, and they also get 2 months free. And here's our distribution strategy. Based on the kind of product we are putting out there, we focus more on having our distribution where they get our product more on our official website and our mobile app store. And here are other promotional strategies that we're also implementing as we launch this product, which are basically partnerships. So we highlighted some partners that we want to use in order to get more people to see this product, and some other influencers. So we have about roughly maybe, let's say 8 to 10 influencers, but we are working with just 4 at this phase, and also some other PR to reach some of our audience. So next slide, please. So this is just like, sorry?
Round up after the slide, time is up.
All right, okay. This is just like our pre-launch phase and all what we are doing in the first quarter, second quarter, third, fourth, like that. So next slide, please. Yeah, so here is basically our pre-launch strategy. How do we want to start creating awareness about the product? So we are looking at doing some teasers, some countdown, and some other events to just get them familiar with this solution. This is our launch. Our launch strategy is getting influencers doing some unboxing video for us. We're doing some press release. We have native ads on some wellness blog, and we also start to launch our social media campaign. Next slide, please. So here is just a 1-page material, which is just for our sales guys to handle objection. Okay, you move on to that. So this is the roadmap of our, this is just like a 1-page battle card for our sales guys, for them to handle most of the objection that will come their way. So here we've analyzed all what our product does. We analyze the strengths, the competitors, and also our pricing model here. So let's move on. Next slide. Okay, and this is just to make sure we keep track of our launch activity. So I'll just pass it on to Chooks to finish up this presentation.
Thank you so much. So from our data, we could see that Google ads are giving us the best return on investment. Google followed by paid search and then organic. Facebook is the least. So we're looking at reducing on that angle and then focusing more on the other three angles, then for our month-to-month performance, we realized that May was giving us the best ROI, was giving us the best because of the holidays around the time we had, Labor Day, Mother's Day, Children's Day and all that, so it was giving us the best. Then June and July, we'll be looking to replicate what we did in other strategies we could use from May on there, despite the fact that we saw that they were giving us, they reduced in, the revenue. Then based on the countries we worked in, Uganda seemed to give us the best. We realized Uganda was doing better because, they're a more athletic country and, revitalized tech would just, be very appealing to them, followed by South Africa. But, we realized Nigeria and Ghana, which had, larger audiences, were not doing so well. So we'll be looking for more ways to, from our strategies and then the engagement, we'll be looking at more ways to improve their numbers. Kenya was doing the least. We realized that our average revenue per user would be $125.99. And then using our user lifetime value, LTV, it will take us around 3 years to get, we're looking at that 3 years to give us $377.99. So for the premium plan, it will take us around 4 years to become profitable on each user on the premium plan, which is why on our strategy, we are trying to get them to taste the premium plan for free and then move on to using it. That's it. Then our cost for acquiring a user is about $28.66. So yeah, that's about it. Thank you so much, guys, for your time. If you have any questions, we're open and able to answer. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Tim Artemis. Quite a lot of time spent. I was just at the verge of saying wrap it up, but well done, John. Without any further ado, let's go straight to our panelists.
All right, well done, guys. Great job, Chooks. Great job, Oluwole. Could you please go back to your market research slide? The market research slide.
That should be from the first, I think the fourth slide on the document, from the competitors analysis.
Sorry, which exact one are you referring to?
I would like to know what you did for your market research. Okay, so I see your competitive analysis. Apple Watch, Samsung Watch, Fitbit, and Oraimo. I like the fact that you used international brands and also something that I would say is very local to the market. I also liked the customer journey map that you did and the thought process that went into it. The deck is very clean, well, for the most part of it. Even though this slide, it seems a bit wordy in terms of text, but this particular one, carries the message. It's clean. Well done on the clean designs. I think that a lot of thought went into your work. Just to keep it short, because you've spent quite a lot of time. Your target audience. I would just like to state that your target audience and your ideal persona are not the same thing. You might want to take consideration of that. Can we go to that slide, please? Yeah, they're not the same thing, right? Your target audience is a more generic population, right? And then your ideal persona are the different representatives of the segment that you're trying to reach. I liked the approach that you used. There's a bit of a worry with the Usman guy, but again, I can see how you've been able to wing it. So well done on that. I'm trying to, you mentioned a bit on target audience, but I'm saying you can see your head at target audience, Usman Ali. There's a disconnect there. These are your ideal persona, except I'm missing something. But
yeah, you're right. Sorry for that. Yeah. It's supposed to be our ideal persona. Yeah, that's
yeah, take note of that. I didn't see the whole revenue breakdown like the other team had shown. I don't know if I missed that. Insights from data, performance by country. Okay, so you showed it differently, month-to-month, performance by platform, but we don't get to see your cost per acquisition. We don't get to see all of those other things. It's at the bottom, lifetime value. Okay. You also want to find a way for this to be, I know you're trying to keep a clean deck, but at the same time, these are metrics that are very important to your stakeholders. They want to know how much you're spending per customer. $28. Okay. And then to your influencers, I see a lot of people pulling in influencers at the beginning of the product launch. You can swing both ways. There's the advantage of it. There's also the disadvantage. Influencers are not pocket friendly. Your 2.2 million cannot afford one of those influencers. Well, maybe some other ones, but I know it will not. You cannot get your Aproko doctor or your Kitensho, but we'll pretend for the sake of this demo, right? But it's also great to put into consideration some of these things and the budget that you have. So that would be all my response for now. Your GTM still needs quite a lot of work, but all together, great job, guys. I also wish that there was more team activity on this one. I just heard two people speak. It would have been great to hear the other people. But yeah, I would let Shaun go next. Well done, guys.
Three people actually spoke. There was 3 people that spoke at this. The 3 people that had like major contributions. They were the ones that spoke. So it was not just 2.
Okay, thank you, Ebuka. How many people on the team?
We were 5. I think 1 dropped. There was supposed to be another person, but there's just been a lot of back and forth on activity in terms of people that were active. But for the most part, it was the 3 people presented.
Yeah,
Okay.
in
Those are
total
4.
Okay.
All 4 of us contributed to this, yeah.
All right, that's great to know. Thank you.
But I'm talking about the people that spoke. Like you mentioned just 2, but there were 3. So 3 of them are. Yeah.
The third person is now recognized. Thank you, Ebuka.
All right, no problems.
Right. Yeah. Thanks, Kika and thanks to Matemis. As Kika has already touched the point on a lot of, if not most of the things that I think that I wanted to touch on, right? This is very such clean work, right? The deck itself is super clean, it's super insightful. For me, I think that sometimes it's also important to keep a common theme throughout, right? Some of the dark themes threw me off, but then again, right, it's a super clean deck. I think it works. On these data bits, as Kika has also pointed out, I would have expected a lot more insights like, okay, this is what we're spending, this is why we're doing this is why we should be doing this differently, and this is what we're going to do different moving forward. Yeah, but for me, majorly, all in all, I don't think I have much feedback from the team for Team Artemis outside of feedback that Kika has given. She has really touched based on a lot of things, right? And I also want to point out that for the competitive research bits, where there was Samsung Watch, all of that. I mean, it was quite insightful to think about it like that, right? At the same time, it's also important to look at what the market realities are, right? And I think that this was a good way to kind of like capture that, if you consider the people that will be interested in food like this, right? But yeah, I think all in all for me, I would say like this is good work. Presentation, we thought based on most bits. There are, of course, a lot of bits that could be a lot more better, but all in all, like great work, Team Artemis. That's it for me, really.
Thank you very much, Theo. Thank you very much, Kika. And well done to everyone on team. Yeah, that was Team Artemis. Yes. Right. All right. Thank you very much. Ebuka, you want to say something? Anything?
Well, I'll just say I'm very proud of my team, Sha, because I mean, for this particular product is not quite common and easy to like, execute, because there's no so much learning out there you can draw from. So it was really a great experience, to be honest. I'm really proud of my guys.
Yeah. All right. Thank you very much, Ebuka. And yes, to everyone on that team, yes. That's all from that team. I think now we have to make welcome Team Colossus. Team Colossus, how are you doing there? For Team Colossus, let me check. Let's do before Team Colossus comes on stage. Let's just do a quick check. How are we all feeling? Let me just maybe just an emoji to represent how you're feeling in the chat, or you can use the reactions button. How are you feeling at the moment? Just an emoji to represent it. Oh, your eyes is very expressive. I like that. Like just something to just express how you're feeling. I'm seeing some very smiley, more amazed. Someone is dancing. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Oh God, can see a lot. Okay, well, let's get it over. Oh, sorry. Yeah, and it's a rainy day again. Rain is pouring every day. But I mean, it's a great experience. I hope you all enjoyed it. Just enjoy it to the end. Just enjoy it like that. So for Team Colossus, we have Gabrielle. Gabrielle, how are you doing? Are you ready?
Yes, good morning. I'm fine, thank you. Do you mind if I turn up my video just so it's easier for me to concentrate?
Okay, that's fine. We've seen your face. It's all right. Let's go.
Thank you. Please, who's putting up the slides?
Who's sharing the slides for you? Gabriel, who is sharing the slides for you?
And we have it submitted already, so I don't know if they could share it from, Trevor could share it, or at least you can share it from.
Okay, all right. So I'm gonna get it down and share it for you right now. Okay. Getting it ready. After this, we're gonna have one more, and that will be Team Olympia. The last but not the least. This is gonna be intense. So getting it ready, I'm bringing up the screen. Presenting now. And can you see the screen?
Yes, please, I can see it.
Your time starts now.
All right, thank you very much. Good morning, everyone. My name is Gabrielle. This is Revitalize Tech Marketing Reports, and I'm going to be presenting on behalf of Team Colossus. So we can get straight into the presentation. So in the next couple of minutes, I'm going to talk about some of this content from background all the way down to retention strategy, data analysis, and you get to meet the rest of the team. So let's move to the next slide, please. All right, so our background, Revitalize Tech pioneers intelligence wellness solutions that improve people's lives in the technology startup world. Our purpose is to change how people interact with their environments for holistic well-being by combining cutting-edge technology and human-centered design. Basically, it is a wellness platform, a digital wellness platform that enables users to embrace a healthy, productive, and sustainable lifestyle. Please move to the next slide, please. All right, so you could see here from our logo, our slogan is Total Health Quality Life, and our logo has cuts across various segments that we cater to, which is fitness. You can see that in red, and you can see the blue for mindfulness and mental health, and orange for productivity, and then green for eco-friendly living. And then it's all weaved in together into an infinity symbol to show that we are offering limitless, boundless solutions across every area of your life. So to the next one, please. Product offerings. Please, next slide. Mindfulness and mental well-being, which is one of the offerings that we have. We give mindfulness solutions by combining biofeedback technology with guided meditation and stress management techniques to help users improve their mental resilience and overall emotional well-being. Next slide, please. Another offering is Smart Fitness. We offer a range of wearable devices and home fitness equipment, enabling users to track their physical activity, monitor vital signs, and access personalized workout routines tailored to their goals. Next slide. Eco-friendly living, the same thing. We have products that empower users to create healthier living environments while reducing their carbon footprint. Let's go to the next slide. Personalized productivity is also one of the other four segments. It's one of the four segments that we cater to and of a person's life. And we have innovative platforms to assist users in optimizing their daily schedules and setting achievable goals and enhancing time management, leading to personalized productivity and balanced lifestyle. So the next slide, please. Now, so basically the way our offerings are structured is such that we have in-app features. From fitness, you can see personalized workout routines. We help to measure people's walking steps. We sync the app to a smartwatch to measure people's vitals. And for productivity, you can see digital to-do lists with gamification elements, automatic screen time reduction, sleep goal, mental health, digitalized journal, guided meditation routines based on biofeedback from smart devices, and audio to soothe anxiety. Eco-friendly aspects, we have daily eco-friendly living tips, and then we have a link to the store. So you can move to the next slide. So you have seen our in-app features, but you must also know that we don't only offer in-app features, we also offer products. So in-app features are there, but most of the time you see that the app also has an in-store aspect where people can shop our products. Under fitness, you can see that we have an RVT smartwatch, we have a treadmill, and we have a dumbbell. And under eco-friendly living, we offer energy monitors for people who want to buy LED lamps, smart lights, and motion sensor. And our product plans are such that if you subscribe to the premium plan, you have 25% discount on every product sold in store. And the same thing with Pro Plan, which is 15% discount. The standard plan at $100, which you will have 10% discount. Sorry for the error there. Please let's move to the next slide. Market research. Next slide, please. Starting our market research, we started with a SWOT analysis, but the SWOT analysis is not showing here, but you can see some of our strengths from SWOT analysis is convenience, personalized solutions for people who have these issues that we're solving, and we have a diverse range of services, smart fitness devices, opportunities. We have opportunities to partner with NGOs to create awareness on sustainability, and we can also have alliance with healthcare organizations. Weaknesses, sustainability is not a well-known concept in this part of the world, so that could be a problem. And our product is very broad, it could be a problem having people navigate through all of that. So looking at our industry overview, you can see here that sports and active recreation had the largest revenue in activities with $230 billion. And if you also move forward, you can see some of the emerging trends that we have here. Personalized fitness, artificial intelligence powered fitness apps can now provide customized workout recommendations based on individuals' physical and health levels, as well as personal fitness goals. So let's move to the next slide, please. Yes, so you can see here from the top 10 physical activity markets in 2018. When you look very closely, you see South Africa here happens to be the highest payer in this particular sector. And it's the same thing in top 10 fitness markets in Sub-Saharan Africa. 2018, same year, you can also see that South Africa has the highest participation rate, as well as being the highest payer for apps of this sort. It's similar in the mindfulness movement market in Sub-Saharan Africa. You can also see that South Africa and a couple of other countries like Botswana and Mauritius and Namibia happen to be the highest participators, and South Africa still having to be the highest payer. Please just move to the next. Next slide, please. Yes, competitive analysis. Now, this competitive analysis is for the overall brand, that is Revitalize Tech. So we're doing a competitive analysis here. You can see some of our competitors are Apple. You can see MyFitnessPal as a competitor. You can see Fitbit, and you can see Grow with Joe. You can see the revenue. You can see what the brand overview is. You can see the brand product offerings, as well as the business model and pricing strategy. And you can also see the messaging and positioning for each of these brands. Coming on to the next slide, please. Target audience. Our target audience, we work with a demography of people between the ages of 18 to 50 years, gender male and female, occupation varied, and our location is for Nigeria, South Africa, Kenya, Ghana, and Uganda. You can see the psychography, but also if you look down, you see that it's segmented such that each team has different needs. You know, the people under fitness, they have the needs that they want to meet. People under mindfulness, you can see the various needs that they have, as well as eco-friendly living and productivity. Please just move to the next slide. Juliet is a first user persona. She's a working professional in her early 30s, a HR manager, works 9 to 5, lives in Lagos. This is her interest, staying fit, body consciousness, cooking, basketballing. We can see she has an income of about 1 million naira, and we can see that she's 31 years old. Let's move to the next slide, please. Mrs. Bimpe is another user persona who earns about 3 million naira every month. She's a senior banking officer and business owner, and her frustrations are Lagos traffic, daily business stress, lack of sleep, high BP, poor sex life. We can also see that she has interest in spa dates, dancing, body consciousness, partying, and she wants to maintain a healthy lifestyle, owning multiple businesses. This is one of our major goals. Let's move to the next slide, please. Now, in order to be able to understand our product messaging, we have to do what we call the human truth. And we see that most people want to be able to manage their lives and health to ensure that they live life to be optimal. We took a look also at the consumer insight, consumer attention, and the insight that we got from our primary research that we carried out and secondary research. We can see that most people want to be successful without being and being able to enjoy time with loved ones for a very long time while enjoying the fruits of their success. By putting together the brand offering, consumer attention, and human truth, we're able to arrive at a core message, which is our brand messaging, and that is live life to the optimal. Please let's move to the next slide. So for our positioning, we went for our messaging, live life to the optimal. Our positioning was this is what we decided for our positioning. We decided to go with overall wellness life partner. And so this is the rationale for how we arrived at our positioning for our brand as well as our messaging. So let me go over it again. Brand positioning is overall wellness life partner, and brand messaging is live life to the optimal. See, that's captured here in our rationale. Let's move to the next slide, please. Creatives, next slide. Now, in our creatives, this is our flyers that we designed for the brand. What you can see here, live life to the optimal is captured here. That is our messaging, and you can also see our position in your life partner, which is also captured here in the flyers. Next slide, please. Now, we're moving straight to marketing campaigns, and we decided to go marketing campaigns and product launch. We decided to go with an engagement approach where it will be a 360 marketing campaign. We'll be using digital, traditional, and PR to deliver our brand positioning and our core message, our target audience at their touch points. Next slide, please. You can see that captured here. We have our communications plan at pre-launch stage. We want to connect with our brand by establishing emotional attachment and sparking curiosity. You can see that at our launch stage, we want to engage with them, and at post-launch, we want to sustain our customers and users by creating campaigns to monitor and track the product usage and sponsor trends. Sorry, next slide. Marketing campaigns and channels. You can see it's explained very boldly here. Pre-launch stage, launch stage, and post-launch stage. Our action plan for the pre-launch stage is to use content marketing strategies to drive the product messaging and positioning. And we want to use social media marketing, email marketing, online advertisement, and better test experience with select group of influencers. And you can see the platforms that we intend to use. For the launch, we're going to use a go-to-market strategy, and you can see the channels or platforms where you continue to implement that. Post-launch, you can see the action plan that we have, and you can also see the channels or platforms we intend to use to implement that. Please let's go to the next slide. Go-to-market strategy. You can see here what our goals are. We want to get up to 2,500 app downloads every day and achieve 100 million annual recurring revenue by the end of next year with subscriptions and in-app sales of products. You can also see the audience, ideal customers, want them to achieve total productivity and wellness, and see our timelines. March is a beta testing period. April is when we pre-launch, and May is when the public launch happens. August is when we do post-launch, 90 days analyzing our results. Next slide, please. Goals. Marketing goals, same thing, you've seen that in previous slide, but product goal is to achieve a 85% activation rate. Revenue goals, you've already seen that in the next slide, in the previous slide, so we can go to the next. KPIs, marketing KPIs, daily app installs, daily app usage, daily app engagement in the marketplace. You can see, and you'll see where we measure this in the subsequent slides. Activation rate, retention rate, and referral rates. You can also see that from revenues. Please let's move to the next slide. You can see what our revenue KPIs are. Target market, our customers are driven by a passion for healthy living and achieving total well-being. We're targeting individuals who are middle to high income earners and are willing to invest in their health and fitness journey. And 67% of them say that time management is a major barrier in achieving their fitness and wellness goals. So we'll be helping them with that. Next slide, please. Market size. You can see what from the previous information that we shared under marketing research, market research rather. You can see where we have 12.9 trillion by 231, which is the global health and wellness market estimated to garner that amount. You can also see the market share, estimated market share in the next 5 years at 1%, which is $153 million. Please let's move to the next slide. Competitor analysis. Now, this is for our go-to-market strategy. So it's a different analysis on competitors, and this is for the app. We're going to the market with the app. It's different from the competitors analysis we did under the market research, which is for the entire business as a whole. This is a separate competitor analysis for the go-to-market strategy. And because in this particular analysis, we're focused on the app. So you can see here, we still have MyFitnessPal, which is still one of our competitors from the previous slides. You can see Sweat, you can see Run Static, but you would also see Headspace. And you can see that these different apps have different functions. And because of the nature of our own app, having to deal with eco-friendly living, fitness, mindfulness, we've captured all the different competitors who have similar functions. So at least one of the products that we offer in app. Please let's move to the next slide. And you can see their pricings there. So this is still based on install and revenue. You've seen the price that each of these companies offers for their plans, but also you've seen now the installs, Apple installs on Apple platform, installs for Android users, and the revenues yearly for Android users and for Apple users. Please let's move to the next. Competitive landscape, and comparing our own product, Revitalize Tech, to all the other products in this go-to-market strategy, you can see that we have our own under modern and expensive, because if you look at the pricing, I think ours is actually expensive compared to the others. But there's a good reason for that, because it caters to so many different aspects. You know, for instance, Headspace just focuses on mindfulness, but we focus on mindfulness, eco-friendly living, fitness, and much more. Please, next slide. Buyer persona. For our go-to-market strategy, we took a very closer look again at our buyer persona. And this is actually for user engagement. And so for user engagement, in order to acquire the users, we took a closer look at our buyer persona. And you can see our buyer persona here. Our main acquisition channel for Juliet is social media. And let's move to the next one. Buyer persona, Mrs. Binke, second buyer persona. You can see acquisition channel here, mainly for her would most likely be word of mouth. Let's move to the next slide. Acquisition channels, closer look. From here, you can see from this chart that we intend to acquire our users through referral, Facebook ads, and Google ads. And this is what we're going to do right now. But post-launch, we'll focus on building virality into the product, make referrals part of the product, and encourage word of mouth, giving people that referred 5 people 50% off any plan of their choice. And then we drive acquisition through SEO, leverage online communities, and expand community fitness classes by fitness. Acquisition strategy, yes, we can move. So at the early stage, you can see that we're focusing on referrals, SEO, communities. At the later stages, you can see that we're focusing on search engine marketing and social media. So you can see that clearly detailed in our acquisition strategy. Next slide. Pricing model. This was explained in the previous slide. Standard plan offers 10% discount, and you can see some of the features that are available for standard plan users. Pro plan, $120 per year. You can see 15% discount, and for premium, $150, 25% discount, with all the benefits of each of the different plans highlighted. Next slide, please. Launch plan. From March, you can see beta testing, processing feedback, and pre-launch. And then you can see from May, the public launch has happened, and it goes all through the period of May, June, July, and then August, we're analyzing details from results from the launch. This is next slide. Marketing plan, March, April, May, June, July, August. You can see how we intend to use all this beta newsletter, case studies, website, and brand revamp. You can see influencer engagement at the pre-launch stage. But during the launch period, you can see how we use Facebook ads, Google ads, paid online set ads. Some of this has been displayed in the previous slides. After the launch campaign has happened, you can see we had sentiment analysis and retargeting campaigns happen in the month of August, post-launch of the campaign. Next slide, please. Sales enablement material. We created a one-pager document containing all the details prospective users would need, and this is what we would use to enable our sales team to go out there and get customers. And you can see all the benefits of the product are captured very clearly for people to understand. And you can see where we told people to get the Braze app. That's the name of the app for Revitalize Tech. Next slide, please. All of these are contained in a one-pager document you just saw. Value statement, you can see our slogan, total health, quality life, how we do it. Next slide, please. You can see the problems. This is our problem statement. This is something that many of the users can relate to. Time constraints in managing fitness goals, which is one of the major problems. Problems in monitoring your energy usage, we can help you solve that. Lower levels of productivity is one of the reasons why the app exists in the first place. People struggling to manage stress levels, we can help you solve that as well. Need for personalized recommended lifestyle changes. Please, let's go to the next slide. It is also the benefits: holistic wellness, improved health, mental well-being, eco-friendly living, and balance is captured also in the one-pager document for users to see. You can see how we offer each of these. Please, let's go to the next slide. Now, we went straight into analyzing the data that we have post-launch of the campaign. And you can see here, we started with install versus uninstall rate. And this is related to the KPIs that we know we need to measure. And first thing you can see here is install rate peaked on July 3rd. and with a total of 2,962 installs. But if you look at the uninstall rate, you see that it peaked on May 16, 2023, with a total of 1,964 uninstalls. And so we just said that one of the reasons why this happened is because there was a complicated onboarding process while we were running an A and B test during the period of the campaign. We ran an A and B test on the app, and so maybe we implemented a process of onboarding that was more complicated on that particular day, and I think that's why we had more uninstalls happen that particular day. Please open the slide up. It's too zoomed in. I want to see the data in it. Yes, and you can see that the average uninstall rate is 69.4%, but this is way higher than the average uninstall rate for apps, lifestyle apps globally, with a value of about 46%. It's beneath this particular slide, but I don't know, I think the slide is still zoomed in. So we can move to the next slide. Yes, so we also measured install to registration rates. And from here, you can see that we had lots of people not proceed to register after installing. So one of the things we're going to do is explore the barriers for users when it comes to registration. And also we can see that it's only 33.6% of the customers who installed the app went ahead to successfully proceed to register. And the industry benchmark is supposed to be 45%. So we're way lower than that. We're going to investigate what we can do to make sure people can find it easier to register. Let's move to the next slide, please. Cost per install and average CPI and average CPR, we looked at both of them together. We can see that industry benchmark for CPI for apps in the Europe, Middle East, and Africa region is $1.03. And Revitalize Tech currently has an average CPI of 18 naira, which is about $0.11. This means that we have still so much more we can spend on campaigns to get more installs. And we can see that our CPR is 340 naira, which is currently over 4 times the current CPI at 80 naira. And I don't think that's much of a problem because CPR is usually higher than CPI in most cases. We can move to the next slide. Now the problems, there was a sharp decrease in install rate on June 27 at 5.5%. There's an onboarding issue on the 16th of May, and we've explained that we're running an A and B test during the period of this campaign, and it's possible that there was a more complicated process that made people discouraged. And then we also have average uninstall rates at 69.4%, which is way higher than the average install rate for apps in that industry or for lifestyle apps globally. Then we have 33.6% of those who install the app proceed to register. And some of the barriers to registering, we identified them as user interface was confusing due to our many offerings. And we got this by, asking people questions and running surveys. App content was too bulky, loading time was longer, users couldn't verify their emails immediately, so they couldn't have access and got upset and uninstalled the app basically. So something is hiding under this part of the slide, but we could actually move forward having identified the barriers. Please let's move to the next slide. Solutions. We will leverage influencer marketing and user-generated content to educate our users on app benefits and onboarding process. We can move to the next slide, please. Solutions reduce onboarding screens, improve UI designs, allow users to pay for monthly plans, A and B tests to CTA links in the app, include testimonials on registration pages. Let's move to the next slide, please. User engagement. Now, we looked at the user engagement and we noticed that there was a decline after the launch. After we launched the campaign in May, in June, there was a very great decline and then it went up again in July. We also noticed that Thursdays have the highest user daily engagement, followed by Mondays. And this shouldn't really be so because we expect more people to use the app on weekends rather than maybe Thursdays. Let's move to the next slide, please. Sorry, I can't hear anything. Is anything you said? Okay, so
I'll encourage you to round up as soon as possible.
All right. Okay, so you can see daily active users, monthly active users ratio, and at 6.52%, which is supposed to be, it's very low compared to the industry benchmark of 20%. So we're going to investigate what we can do to improve user stickiness. Next slide, please. Yes, so you can see here, these are the problems we highlighted. I've already mentioned some of them. You can move to the next slide. These are some of the solutions we implement to improve stickiness, gamification, some of the things we do to improve retention, introduce a strict challenge, weekly activity reports to inspire users to come back, weekly activity reports to inspire users to come back, and these are some of them. So we can move to the next slide, please. Best performing products. We saw the premium plan perform the best out of all of them. Next slide, please. Revenue per channel, we can see that the Google Ads perform the best in South Africa. So we're going to work to make sure we keep doing more Google Ads. And we can see that the best performing country is Uganda. So that's clear from the data. Let's move to the next slide. CAC versus AOV, we can see that the cost it takes to acquire one particular customer is less than the total cost we use to run the campaign. So I think that that's a very good thing. So we can move forward, that one. Please move forward. Yes, next slide, final slide. Okay, so for customer success and retention strategy, we're going to run, make sure we do a holistic onboarding, personalized onboarding process, welcome emails and welcome videos and tutorials, continuous education. We'll also use email letters to share educational content and bring the users back to the app. We'll do wellness challenges to keep customers engaged and using gamification to keep users engaged as well. Community building, we'll do advocate programs, work with wellness and fitness advocates. And lastly, okay, so you can move to the next slide. Surveys, we'll run surveys to reduce churn, and we'll use feedback loop to identify reasons for uninstall rates. We'll do data analytics to identify early signs of potential churn and take active measures to retain at-risk customers. You can see all of them here. App improvements, personalized retention offers, re-engagement campaigns. Let's move to the next slide, please. And that's pretty much everything. Thank you very much. This is all of my team.
Well done, job, Gabriel. Please, everybody, a round of applause for Gabriel in the chat. That was intense, that was long, but it was well done. Well done to you.
Thank you.
Safe to say, Gabriel will not be answering any questions. I'm going to member of the team to step up and answer questions. Yes. But yes, straight over to the panelists, as a lot of time has already been spent.
All right. Great job, well done. If you look at all your accolades in the comment section, like even your enemies are rooting for you at this point. That's how great your work was. Well done, great job. Out of curiosity, how long, what's the number of your slides?
You know, that got me curious as well.
Yeah.
From what I can see, 66 pages of slides. Man, that's a lot.
65 pages. That is a lot. That is a lot. Well done, you guys. Great job. I mean, I don't have a lot of questions. I just think you did amazing work. There was maybe the only area I would speak to is the part that spoke to, is it your in-app strategy? I saw 2 blank boxes. I wanted to know if that was intentional or there was something missing there. It's all the way back. Yeah, this one, under mental health and productivity.
Hi, good morning.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Go ahead.
Oh, hi. So Gabriel mentioned, my name is Timishe. I'm also part of Team Colossus. Gabriel mentioned earlier that for our products, we have in-app features, and then we also have physical products that we are selling in-app. So for the mental health and our productivity, we don't actually have any physical products. So we only have physical products for fitness and eco-friendly living. So that's why they are empty.
Okay, got it.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I also really liked the industry overview. I thought that was very impressive and very insightful, and gave some level of context and background into what you had said earlier, and the other things that you're going to say. So all in all, really, really great presentation. Very well done, very well done. I would pass this over to Sheon for his remark. Hi, Sheon, are you there?
Hello, Sean. If you are able to hear us, let us know. All right, while we are watching feedback, please make sure to last but not the least, the Olympians from the let's not do too much one thing. The Olympians from Team Olympia, yes, please get ready to come take the stage as we begin to wrap it up for the day. Yeah. Sean, are you there? Okay, I want to see that.
Hi, Kika. Hi, hello, everyone. I'm here. I was trying to talk, but I need to. My alternative power source is trying to go off. That's why. Yeah. This has been another good presentation, I must say. Right. To be honest, at some point I got a bit thrown off, right? But then again, right, I realized that it's because of the there's a lot of depth in the content that was presented to us, right? It's so it's super rich and detailed, right? And I understand why I would have been lost at some point, right? But then again, I must say that it has been another very clean, concise presentation. And one thing that I particularly like about this, even when you go to the other slides that have to do with data, is about how everything seems, it's just very, it's concise, right? I mean, one of the feedbacks that I have here again is that, I mean, some of these data could have been represented better, right, in the context of, the type of charts that you use to visualize it, right? But then again, what's important here is the insights, and the insight that this team was able to bring out from the data was really good. And I must say, this is another really good work, and I'm impressed with the quality of the output as well. So yeah, I don't have any questions or even further comments about this. Great work, guys. This has been another really good presentation, really.
All right, thank you much for that. I want to say a big well to that team. Coach Han, do you have anything to say?
I think she's not on the call. She's joining via the
Our
YouTube.
coach is not on the call. She's not on the call.
Joining via the YouTube link.
Oh, she's on YouTube. Interesting. Nice. She's overseeing from the top. That's fine. Beautiful. All right. Let me see. Can I go to YouTube? She's saying anything there? Okay, nobody's saying anything there yet. All right, that's beautiful. Well done, guys. I'm gonna stop the screen share here. Phil, do you want us to give you a couple of minutes to switch to your alternate source before we bring on the last thing?
Yes, please. I'm coming. I need to stand up to go and switch it. I'm coming. Yeah.
All right. Let us know where you're at. Let us know where you're at.
Yeah. Give me a few seconds. I'll be back. Yes.
All right. Thank you. All right, in that time, Olympiads, take the stage and get prepared. You're not starting presenting yet, but get prepared to, finally they have Somto Daniel and Oluwatobi Apiodo. Yeah. I mean, guys, it's been a beautiful experience. This is the last but not the least presentation. It's been intense. Gabriel, you were, I don't know what to say. I was just like, what? This was just, and she kept on going and going and going. And what you guys did was really wonderful. But overall, how are we feeling? Is it too heated? Are we prepared for the last presentation? You guys can respond to me in the chat while I wait for your responses in the chat. Let me hear from one of my colleagues in the house. Yes, it's too heated. Yes, is it too heated or is it too soft or no? Team Colossal stepped up the game. Yeah, you did. But you guys spent so much time. Yeah. At some point, yes, I was. We're trying so hard to manage time. Yeah, and that was why I looked a bit frustrated at some point. Like, oh, we need to manage time. We need to manage the time. It's good. You love it. Like it. I want to drag somebody to come up and speak. Just say a thing or two while we are preparing and waiting towards the next one. Tony, hi. Do you have anything you want to say? You are seeing the work of how will I say it? This is a lot of work has been put into the boot camp, preparing the case study and all of those things, and you are seeing all these things come up out of it. What's your thoughts? What are you thinking? How are you feeling? Oluwatoni, if you're there.
These guys are blowing my mind. These guys are blowing my mind. I love it. Well done, guys. It seems to me to make this case study a little bit harder. These guys are.
Oh my goodness.
Thank you very much.
Wow, this is beautiful work. Thank you very much, Tony. Tony is one of the crucial members of the team that goes into making sure that all his whole experience is set up properly. He's the learning partner for marketing. And yeah, he worked very hard on that case study to make sure you guys have a very good experience. Yeah, okay, I like that. I'm seeing the comments in the chat, and the team is a trend. Wow. All right, that's great. I think we should have Shell join back in shortly. So let me while we are preparing, we're just waiting for Shell to join back in. We have 1 hour left. This is 12 o'clock as I speak right now. We have 1 hour left and we'll be leaving here. But what happens after we leave here? Okay, make sure you are taking your product marketing quiz, your assessment tests, because it's very crucial to be also completing the bootcamp. There's going to be a feedback form for every single person to fill on your case study. How well did your team members collaborate? More like you're getting the collaboration of your team members. Okay, and dropping a comment or two about that. You get that's one of the feedback forms you're going to be filling here. So this is going to be like a post-training feedback form. On the LMS, there was a pre-training survey and there's going to be a post-training survey. So make sure to look out for that, to fill that post-training survey on the LMS. There's also going to be a presentation of the scores of what has been done today. And there's going to be like a best team that will get spotlighted on our social media platform. But I mean, the truth is, from what I've seen today, everybody is a winner because you all have learned, crystallize what you've learned over the past 5-6 weeks into actionable things that you are going to use to build your career and build what you've worked on, build as a product marketer. So I think everybody's a winner. From that point of view for me, because the goal at the end of the day is that you all are able to do product marketing. And for you to be able to do anything, you have to learn. For anything you have to learn to do, you have to do it, to learn it. And you guys have just done. You guys are showing me that don't learners again. Yeah. At least you're already riding the car, moving nice with it. But yeah, it's great. It's great work so far. I love what I'm saying. I love what I'm saying. Let's take an unconventional approach. DBC, yeah, I know you are here. And I know you are here. You are here. So DBC, before your team comes, okay, Ladi, we've not heard from you. I didn't ask you for a comment before I call on DBC. Ladi, I didn't ask you for comments when your team spoke. What do you want to say about that? Your team. Any comments? Anything you want to say whatsoever?
Well, I mean, I'm proud of the work that the team did and the depth of research that everybody sort of like put into it. So yes, I'm happy, Sha, with the work. And of course, all the other teams as well have been busting my brain. So it's really great to just see that everybody is doing really well across board, because it's not a competition at the end of the day. But also, I'm very, very especially proud of everybody in Giza, Wally, Victoria, Blessing, Samson. Diadem is not here. Was in the beginning. It's working with everyone.
Awesome. Thank you very much for sharing with us, Ladi. We truly appreciate it. Yes, just a quick plug, by the way, Ladi is, should I say, creator now of Marketing for Geeks, a very, very popular newsletter for marketing professionals. Ladi, you can plug your newsletter in the chat box. It's also on the LMS as a resource. Once you're done, you see it as one of the resources you can always, get insights from Marketing for Geeks. It's somewhere you can always learn and receive insights from newsletters for marketing. Yeah, just wanted to plug that in there. KPC, before your team comes up, let's take an unconventional approach. Want to say anything? Take this unconventional approach.
Waiting up. Fela, how are you?
Fine, thank you, David. How you doing?
I do. You are just whining on of us steadily. Well done.
Yeah, it's what I have to do now. It's what I have to do. It's what I have to do. So
Yeah.
One or two things
Ahead of time. I mean, I've already said all what I want to say to my group on our group platform, which you are present in. I think it's worth mentioning that I'm incredibly proud of them. I remember our first meeting. I'm comparing how I met them at the first time we met, and how much more confident they are now in their abilities, in their skill sets, in their knowledge of product marketing. So even if you are saying it's not a competition, for me, it is personal. So it is a competition. Even if we don't come first, I want my team to know that I'm incredibly proud of their growth. So shout out to my Olympiads. Take it home, guys. Thanks.
All right. Okay. Thank you very much for that, DVC. That feel like a very, I don't know, maybe we'll adopt that approach for the next course where the team, the coach will come and speak before, it feels like a good boost. Take the stage, guys, while we prepare to have show on board. The team, the Olympiads, as we are calling them right now. Yes, all right. Just like I said, show is back in. So Olympiads, take the stage and let's run. Sean, I see you're back here. You ready for us?
Yep. I'm back.
Thank you very much. So the Olympiads are, where are you? Take the stage, sharing your screen, who is presenting, and let's run. Okay.
Hello, good morning. Can you hear me? Can you see my screen?
Your screen seems to be loading. Okay, yes, I can see it now.
All right. All right, good morning, everyone. My name is... All right, good morning, everyone. My name is Somto Daniel, and I'm here representing Team Olympia to take you through the marketing strategy for Elevate Fit. All right. Sorry, can you see my screen, please?
Yes, we can see your screen.
Okay. Okay. So what is Elevate Fit? Elevate Fit is a dynamic fitness startup that aims to revolutionize how individuals approach their fitness goals, offering tailored solutions that cater to each person's unique needs and aspirations. Our offerings are, but not limited to, personalized workout plans, virtual coaching, comprehensive tracking, nutritional support, and community engagement. For our target audience, our main target audience comprise of millennials and Gen Zs, males and females who fall between the ages of 18 to 45 and are in these locations. Our target audience are health and fitness conscious and they are upwardly mobile. For our market research and analysis, so we conducted a survey using Google Forms with 86 responses, and we have our findings below. We also leveraged data from trend statistics and we hyperlinked the results as seen in the deck. All right, for our user persona, meet Alice Yogi. Alice is a social media guru who earns about 350K monthly. Her goals are to lose weight and stay fit, and she's looking for a fitness app to help her exercise and eat right. She hates public spaces and like malls and gyms. And we also have Yomi Adebayo, who is a software engineer. He earns 800K monthly and he lives a sedentary lifestyle. His goals are to build muscles, stay fit, and maintain a healthy lifestyle. He hates traffic and does not have time to commute to and fro the gym, so he wants to achieve his goals anywhere at any time. For our SWOT analysis, for our products, we have, for the strengths, personalized workout plans based on individual fitness goals, fitness levels, and preferences. We also have virtual coaching powered by AI. And we also have personalized nutritional recommendation and meal planning. For our weaknesses, we discovered that our products can only be used by tech-savvy individuals. And we also discovered that there's a preference for traditional fitness options that is still prevailing. For the opportunities, we discovered that the remote work culture is on the rise and is increasing in popularity, as well as increasing health consciousness. Some of the threats are that government policy, cybersecurity threats, and the fact that we are in a highly competitive market. We also compared ourselves with some of our competitors like in Revitalize threats. Some of their weaknesses are they can only be used by tech-savvy individuals, and there's a lack of awareness of environmentally friendly practices and solutions. And the threats they have are disruptive, innovative technologies that could render their products obsolete, technologies like AI. And for Samsung Health, we discovered for their products, their products are limited to Samsung users. It's not AI enabled. There's no personalized workout plans, no personalized nutritional recommendations and meal planning. We also discovered that there's a tendency for a high churn rate with their users moving away to competitors. And for MyFitnessPal, we discovered that it's largely an unverified database, so tracking Nigerian food might not be accurate. And they also faced with a high churn rate with some of their users moving away to competitors. So for our product positioning and messaging, for individuals looking for a comprehensive solution to improve their overall physical well-being, Elevate Fit is the ultimate automated fitness solution that leverages the power of artificial intelligence and expert guidance to deliver an immersive and interactive fitness experience so that they can live healthier and happier lives with boosted confidence. So Elevate Fit helps you walk it, get it, stay fit, and that's why Elevate Fit is your #1 fitness partner. For the marketing campaigns and channels, we'll be leveraging social media channels such as Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok, as well as search engine optimization and other channels listed below. Okay, for the pre-launch, the objectives are to build awareness and credibility with an email list of over 1,500 subscribers, and we are going to create massive social media buzz. Here are some of our designs listed here. And for our pre-launch marketing strategies, we are going to beta test to gather valuable feedback, as well as leveraging key influential partnerships and other channels or other strategies as listed in this slide. For our launch objective, we have user adoption. Our launch strategies are to showcase Elevate features and benefits during a live demonstration and answer any questions regarding the product. We also plan to offer a 50% discount for a limited time of 24 hours within its launch. We also plan to leverage PR in publicity. For post-launch objectives, our objective is to optimize and scale, and we plan to leverage more on marketing, content marketing. We plan on building more, focusing more on community building, because we recognize the importance that community plays in helping users to achieve their goals, their fitness goals. All right, so our launch date is May 1st, 2023, with our distribution channels as the App Store, Play Store, website, and key partnerships, with a key partner being Eden Life for Fit Farm products. We also plan to leverage promotions. So we have a timeline of 6 weeks from pre-launch to post-launch, with a list of activities handled by various teams. And we intend to track the progress of this using project management tools such as Notion and ClickUp. For our pricing strategy, based on data and value perception and competition analysis, we determined to use the perceived value pricing. And so we went with, for our starter plan, which goes for $40, for Pro plan goes for $120, and for the premium plan goes for $200. At this point, I'll hand over to my colleague to take us further in this presentation. Thank you.
Hi, good morning, everyone. My name is Oluwatobi, and I'll be taking over from Daniel. So for our sales enablement and marketing collaterals, we have hyperlinked some of the frequently asked questions and the answers that we have over the FAQs. And we also created a brochure, which you can currently see on your screen, alongside with our product guides, ebooks, sales deck, and product demos, as well as e-flyers and videos. Next. Next. Some of our user engagement strategies that we're going to be using in the awareness stage will be to leverage social media marketing and content marketing. In the acquisition stage, we hope to partner with the influencers such as Bemi Giwa or Hilda Basi, and also leverage on paid advertising. In the activation stage, we'll streamline our user onboarding process, as well as to, in the retention stage, we'll introduce rewards and also implement gamification on our app. As well as for the revenue stage, we'll offer discounts, seasonal discounts and promotions, and also reward people for upgrading their plans, maybe from standard to pro or pro to premium. We'll also introduce a referral program and implement using user success stories on our website and on our app. And some of the features that we use to carry this out is the in-app surveys, leaderboards or daily streaks, and the social integration. For the data analysis that we were provided, right now, as you can see on the chart above, you can see that the install rate and the install to registration rate has been consistently low from May to July. And this drove us to the findings that, next please. This drove us to the findings that the average install to registration rate is at 3.6%, which is very low compared to the industry standard of 45%. And this could be as a result of either prolonged user onboarding process, poor app performance, or our user expectations not being met. And having a high uninstall rate of 69.5% will also pertain to these same issues I just mentioned, and also maybe ineffective retention strategies. Having a low install rate of 14.3% could also be as a result of ineffective marketing campaigns and unattractive calls to action. So we recommend
that we would create more compelling and creative marketing campaigns with attractive call to action using A/B testing. We would improve the overall user experience from when they come into contact with our ads on social media to when they download the app and start using it. I would also streamline and simplify the onboarding process so that they can get their value quick and fast when they sign up on the app. Next, for the user engagement, we calculated the DAU over MAU, which is 6% compared to the industry standard of 13 to 20%. This is incredibly low. And we see that user stickiness is low. As a result of this 6%, we are saying that for every 100 users that uses our app monthly, only 6 people are using it daily, which is rather low. For our WAU over MAU, we calculated that to be 30%, which when compared to the industry standard is 60%. Next slide, please. And these are some of the challenges I also said. The user stickiness is low, which could be as a result of ineffective retention strategies and customer success initiatives. And the fact that there's inconsistent daily usage of the app. One of the reasons could also be that maybe we are not having engaging content on the app and people are just, not really interested in some of the things that we've tried out. Next slide. We recommend that we improve user retention on a global phase from when people come into contact with our app to the end. We want to improve our user retention, gather and analyze that user feedback that we get, offer incentives to attract new users, and to also deploy new innovative features in our app. Next. Based on the revenue data that we're given, we can see from the chart above that Uganda is the best performing country, with a 23% of the total revenue which was generated, which is $64,040, and Ghana performing as the lowest, which is operating at a 16% of the total revenue which was generated. Next slide. We can currently see that Google Ads has performed best in all these 5 countries, and organic search has had the lowest revenue overall. And our best performing plan right now is the premium plan, having 60.9% of our users currently subscribe to the premium plan. Next slide. Currently, the chart you're looking at is the streak of the cost of acquisition, which is rather high. We calculated the average to be $277,200 and an average revenue per user for $128. Next slide. And with this data we've gathered, some of our challenges are the fact that we currently have a high acquisition cost, the fact that the lowest performing country is Ghana, and the lowest performing plan is the standard plan. So we recommend that we would invest more in the channels that are performing best in their various countries. As you could see, Google Ads was performing best in South Africa, so we'll be investing more in Google Ads in a country like South Africa. We will introduce a free trial period for 7 days and track how our users respond to it, because we've seen that a lot of people like to test, what they will get from a particular app before actually using it and paying for it. And would also improve our user retention strategies to drive revenue, optimize the experience for our premium plan, which is the cash cow. Currently, we're getting a lot of revenue from that, to increase the intention rates. And we'll create localized marketing strategies per country to attract more users. So the kind of content that will work in Ghana, Akwaaba, would not work in Nigeria ever. So I mean, these are different countries hearing different languages. So we have to create our marketing strategies to be tailored to each country. So some of the retention strategies we will implement will be to provide an engaging and well-optimized user experience, gather feedback, and also improve on that feedback we've gotten, introduce new products or feature updates, and also offer excellent customer service. Next slide. And some of the initiatives for the customer success would be that would, have personalized welcome emails anytime a new user immediately signs up on our app, interactive tutorials to walk them through the use of the app to see the essential features and how they can benefit from that, and also creating short onboarding videos so that they can see how they can use the product effectively and achieve their goals. And this brings me to the end of our presentation, and I'll open the floor for the rest of my team members to answer questions. Thank you for your time.
Wow, that is what you call phantasmagorical. Interesting. Thank you very much. Please continue sharing your screen, as we're going to be using it to answer questions and analysts. So that will be Daniel, I believe. Straight over to our panelists, Kika and Shil. Let's hear from you.
All right, I'll go first. Great job, Team Olympia. Great job. Well done, Oluwatobi. That was very, very good work. And you did really well with the timing. I think I'm not sure how many groups have kept to time the entire day. But I think you did very well, and yet you still shared the nitty-gritty of your work. Well done to your team as well, and the other person who had shared earlier. I'm not sure that I have a lot of questions. I really liked the I'm not sure if it's your positioning statement about work it, get it, something it. I really loved it, right? And just to buttress on that for your team and the other teams with your marketing plan, it's very good to put something that is catchy, that your campaign can always be remembered by. I think the other team talked about stickiness. So you also want to use some concepts that are, some concepts that are sticky and that, your brand will be remembered for using those words and for that campaign. So I really liked that. I liked the concept of gamification. I liked your sales enablement plan. I think all in all, you guys did a great job and was well through. So well done, Team Olympia. Please forgive my voice. It sounds like it's getting worse. But well done. Well done. You guys are blowing my mind and making me lose my voice more. That's how awesome the entire the different teams have done today. So great job, Team Olympia. Well done, everybody. Over to you, Sheil.
All right. Thanks, Kika. Team Olympia, I mean, like it's been another great presentation, to be honest, right? I like the fact that can everyone hear me? Someone says I can't hear you, Sheil.
Yeah. I can hear you. I can hear you from my end. Please,
okay.
guys,
Okay.
If you can hear you.
I mean, you can go back to the slides where you have the competitors, right? There is one bit where I think Team Olympia is the only team, right, that has would I say highlighted or identified Elevate as a competitor, right? Rather as revitalized as a competitor, if you get what I mean, right? Because it's more like for this particular cohort, it's elevate or revitalize, right? And the fact that one team is able to recognize that, okay, well, whatever you guys are building on the other side, you guys are competitors as well, and they are now able to now even highlight some weaknesses of revitalized tech. I think that's really good. Honestly, I must say that, right? Because these are the things that you look out for, and you know that yes, these people actually did their own work. If you get what I mean, right? So I mean, Team Olympia, I guess that you guys this is really good work, right? I'm happy with the way the presentation was done. It was clean, it was easy to follow. I will always have insights about the data. I would always feel like it could be done better. It could be visualized differently. And then what story are you trying to tell with the entire go-to-market strategy, right? But I think that honestly, Kika has pointed out a lot of the things I would have said, okay, yes, that we want to optimize for. But really, for me, this is another good work. I'm super impressed with the quality of the output, right? One thing that is important as product marketers is that when you want to share your work, or when you want to show your work, right, and tell people about your work, it's important how you present it and how you put your ideas forward, right? And I think that like that storytelling bit and that having clean and concise presentation is really good as well. So well done, Team Olympia, and over to you, Favor. I don't have anything else to say, really.
All right. Thank you very much, Sheo. Thank you very much, Kika. Man, it's been a beautiful day. Trust me, I have enjoyed every single presentation from every team that has come to the stage today. Daniel, you can stop the screen share right now. Thank you very much. But I mean, where do we start from? Do we start from Alexandria, where they took us on the ride and the speed? Shea was, it was a bit intense at the beginning, but Shea settled in nicely, took us on the ride, passed it over to our teammates, and took us all in. And we had Team Giza coming with that beautiful pyramid effect of a presentation. Yeah, although we had a little thing talk about the data and how some things were shaky there, but yeah, it was very interesting, right? Team Giza. Then we went to Team Artemis. Team Artemis and Colossus, gave us back-to-back, beautiful presentations from both ends. And the Olympiads ending the day in a grand style, like it's always done in Olympus. So yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very much to everyone who has graced the stage with their dexterity and their beautiful presentation skills. I want to give a special shout out to Gabrielle for the way she presented the whole thing from start to finish. She was fast, but then you could also follow through her pace. I'm going to take a wild guess that you've dabbled in a bit of debating stuff before. Well done job to you. It's been a very beautiful work from everyone so far. Everyone so far, well done job to you. Every presentation, the fact that you even took the effort to do the work, and get to this stage. Beautiful stuff. Well done to everyone. Right now, I'm going to go to let's David, do you still have anything you want to say? Your team now is done. You still want to say one or two things?
No, please leave me alone. I don't have anything to say.
All right, no problem there. All right, so let me now go to anybody in the house who hasn't presented or spoken on the presentation. You just want to do a shout out, or you just want to say one or two things. Please raise your hand, because I'm very sure it's going to get rowdy if a lot of people come up. So just raise your hand if you have not spoken today. Tam just finished speaking. If you have not spoken today and you just want to say one or two things, I would like to hear Rutherford. I know you're there. I haven't heard from you today. Who else have I not heard from today? Yeah, if you are there and you go ahead.
I'm here.
Yes.
I want to say a big shout out to my team. First of all, our queen Toby, Somto, and our coach DBC, and also a big shout out to other team members. Wonderful presentation today, team. Yeah, and of course, Treford, for what you guys did with this course. Of course, this is not the end. This is not the end of learning for us on this. I'll have to go back and learn, and of course, sign up to one or two other of your courses as well going forward. So that's what I have to say. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Rutherford. Cassandra, I see your hand is up. Let's hear from you.
Okay, I just want to shout out to our coach. Like, she was really amazing, because at the beginning of this thing, it was a bit confusing. And then I want to give a big shout out to my team. Guys, these guys are the best. Sometimes we'll spend 5 hours working out this, it was as if this thing became our life work, putting all the efforts, walk through the night. Then I'm not saying to everybody we can finally sleep well, you know, this night, everybody sleep, have sweet dreams because we did it.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. We did it. I like that. Cher, you were the first to speak on the call at the beginning. Let's hear from you.
Thank you very much. Thank you to all the teams that spoke. You guys did a very good job. But I want to really shout out my team. We started at first, and it was really intense because we're trying to keep to time. So that definitely, you know, played a huge role in how we presented. But we did well regardless. We spent so much time. I want to like personally shout out Jukutari. She has done a lot of work. I want to shout out Olawale for showing up. And for presenting very well, breaking down the data as well. And lastly, Taiwo and Jibril, our coach, they did such a good job. I'm just really grateful that we're able to present and do what we did. So yeah, thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Okay, everyone wants to go. Oh my goodness. All right, quickly, 30 seconds, Gabriel and Sam, that will be the end of it. All right.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So I'm just giving a shout out to every member of my team, and you know, thank you very much. You guys are amazing, actually. Just as Cassandra said, and thank you so much to our coach. Thank you to everyone who taught us, every people. You guys taught us well, so we appreciate that. And so I think the last thing I pretty much want to say is, you know, thank you to the whole class actually, because I see how we're supporting one another even outside of the teams. So thank you very much, everyone.
All right, thank you very much, Gabriel. Sam, then to Michelle at the end. Okay, 30 seconds.
Hi, everyone. I want to first scream. I just think it's shout out that scream out for my coach, to be honest. JBC has been the absolute best coach. Anytime we need her, whether it's in the night, in the morning, in the afternoon, she was always there for us. As in, I really want to give a really, really huge shout out to you. Thanks to the rest of my team, you guys every single day showing up on time. We'll be calling ourselves out. You guys, it's time for meeting, it's time for meeting. It was really, really an experience, honestly. And I've just loved the fact that we were able to deliver as well as much as we wanted to. Thank you.
Thank you, Timishe. Let's have you.
Hi, I just wanted to say thank you to everybody. So now that the thank yous, have been said, it's just a quick suggestion. We would need like a proper data class, because the data that we analyzed, it was all thanks to the coaches that already had like real life experiences. So if not, a lot of us, e.g. me, I was struggling a lot. I couldn't analyze it. I didn't understand it. Gabriel will shout to me, "Shay, what is the CAC?" I'm like, the only CAC I know is the CAC document for your company. I don't understand. So please, if it's possible for us to have like a proper data class, I don't mind signing up for that one. Like, give us like a breakdown of how we're supposed to analyze data, how we can interpret data, and not like the 3 hours version of it, but a proper, if possible, 1 week version or a 2 week version for that. That would be amazing. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for that, Michelle. There's a section for feedback, but that feedback is also well taken. Thank you very much. Victoria, Olawale, I think everybody bring your hands up. After Olawale, I wouldn't give allowance again because we need to quickly round up as well. But yeah, Victoria.
Okay. So I just want to do a shout out to our coach Lade. She has been an amazing person. Thank you so much. Shout out to my team. You guys have been amazing. Meetings upon meeting. I didn't know meetings can be this interesting and engaging. Now I have a different view of meetings. And shout out to Treadford for really giving us this opportunity. It has been quite challenging, but it has brought about this growth. And shout out to everyone for putting in the work. I know it has not been easy for every team. Shout out to all the teams and everyone. Congratulations to all of us.
All right. Thank you very much, Olawale. Last but not the least, let's hear from you.
Yeah, I want to give my shout out to our coach, Coach Jibril. I mean, it was quite supportive from start to finish. Every time, there was a point probably our team would have broken down, but we wouldn't have made it to this presentation. And it was there to make things up. And basically it's all my teammates here. Jokotade, Peye, Taiwo. And we fought, we argued, but here we are. So thank you very much. And to every other team, I mean, I learned from everybody, we learned from everybody. Some of your work for other projects was what we used to probably implement some of the parts we did. So, case study. So yeah, thank you very much. It's a privilege sharing this learning opportunity with you guys. And to my accountability partner, Tam, shout out to you. Yeah, well done. I love your presentation. Yeah. I to every other person on the coffee, and Adiola, thank you very much.
Yeah, Chukwude, I will take you, but that will be later. Please, let's go for the next stuff now. I'll take you, but that'll be later. Thank you. So Kika and Sharon, final feedbacks to the house. I think we have to let Kika go so because she's recuperating. So please, your final feedback to the house, and Sharon, the final feedback and comments to the house.
Thank you, Favor. I mean, like, I don't know what else to say. You guys have done amazing. You have surpassed expectations, and I'm really glad that I didn't pass on this opportunity to see the amazing work that you've turned out in so little time. You guys have done really, really incredible. I'm so proud of each and every one of you. I'm so proud to have been part of your journey at Treford. And I mean, I can't wait to see what you guys do out there. I don't know what the process is at Treford, but by all means, please post your work. You know, don't let this go down the drain. I know how much work that have gone into this. I mean, some of you had 60-something slides. That is crazy, right? And I know for some others, you just tried to make it compact, and it's taking a lot of work, a lot of hours, a lot of time that you possibly could have been doing something else. And to see this amount of dedication and commitment is commendable. So if there are no clauses on the Treford side, if there are no restrictions, please, by all means, post your work. Let the world know what you've done and what you're doing. I believe that you have what it takes to help companies out there. They need your thought processes. They need your unique insights. They need your dedication and commitment and the value that you have brought and shown us today. So please don't be shy. Use LinkedIn, use all the social media platforms, and let the world know the magic you've created and shared with us today. My voice probably be higher, but it cannot. If it could, it will, by how excited I am with all that I've seen today. Well done, guys. I wish you all the very best. And like Favor said, everybody is a winner, regardless of the end scores. You all did great, and I'm personally very proud. Well done, everybody.
Thank you very much, Kika and Hati. We wish that you get well soon. We want your voice back. We want it back at 100%. Thank you very much for taking time out of your busy schedule to do this. We appreciate you doing this, irrespective of your challenges. Everyone, please, a big shout out. Feel free to unmute your mics if you need to, but let's give a big shout out to Kika right now for coming to do this for us.
Thank you so much, Kika. We really hope you feel better.
Please get well soon.
Thank you so much, Kika. Get well soon.
You guys are the best. Thank you so much. I feel better already. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Let's also have, let's say from Sharon.
Yeah, I mean, I think Kika said it all. Guys, I want to first tell you, let everybody know here that all of the presentations I saw today, they are all like top quality outputs, right? Is what you get from like A+ hires, right? I think that I am super impressed with the level of dedication, with how thorough and how you guys were able to, to put together all of these things. It's really not easy. And on the data bits, I mean, we can have this conversation with Favor and Adiola much later, right? We can have supplementary sessions for like this data analysis bits where we can just go through some of these things. I mean, that can be arranged subsequently for you guys, just because I heard what people were saying. I mean, it will not be 1 week, right? But I think that we can, of course, arrange for something like that, just so that you guys get a lot more knowledge, right? But all in all, I say that I am super, super, super impressed with the quality of the output of the work. As marketers, it's important that we show and tell about our work, right? And at the end of the day, if they tell you to put a strategy together, and it's by what you put together that people will use to assess the level of talents that you have, right? Or even for this bootcamp, for example, that's how we know how much you've been able to show or what you've learned so far, right? I think that like you guys have done so much great work. I am super impressed with the insights, most especially the insights, the angles that you guys came with to tell your own stories and the strategies that you recommended for growing the products. I think that like all of this show that, yes, as Kika has pointed out, you guys will be great colleagues to have, right, in the marketing space. And yes, and of course, you will be great contribution, or you'll be great contributors to whoever, whatever teams or products that you decide to work with. So yes, for me, I am super impressed with the quality of the output. And I tell you guys that keep at it, keep at trying to solve problems like this. You already have all the right ideas and all your strategies and how you're thinking about it is correct. Just keep going. Thanks a lot, guys. And then thanks, Favor and Adiola, also for putting all of this together and on moderating from the beginning of the bootcamp till now. So yes, thanks everyone. Great work, guys.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right, guys, let's also do the same for Shil. A big shout out to Shil for coming to do this and taking this time to do this with us. Please, let's unmute your mics if you need to. Let's just say a big shout out.
Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you very much, guys. Victoria, I see your hands up. I will come back to you. Chukwude, I'll come back. Victoria, I'll come back and take a note of that. Right now, we will be sharing the results. But before that, there's going to be a feedback session as well. So there's going to be just a simple slide of feedback session, just to share how you're feeling. Any feedback you want to share with Trefford on this particular word, or what else is it again? So many things, anything you want to share, basically, like what did you learn or those kinds of things. Feedback to share that. You have your test to take, you have a feedback, like several feedback forms to fill for case study work and all that. But for this special announcement of winners for today, I would like to make welcome one and only my compadre, how I call it, my body, my work body, my soldier on the battlefield. She is a very, very great colleague. I'd like to make welcome the one and only moderator herself, expert at this game, Adiola, to come and announce the final results. She has been one taking you guys through the journey. It's just what makes sense that she rounds up the journey with you. So Adiola, let us hear.
Oh my God. Well, I didn't know that I was going to come up. Thank bless God that my network is stable now. So I'm going to share the results of the case study of the presentation. Everybody has done well. I listened through all of it, even though my network was showing me shaky at the point, but I made sure that I listened on every point of
to everything that presented. And now, like, even seeing your chat, sometimes I'm scared. I even go to people like, I have my WhatsApp is a mess already. Like, there are a lot of chats. I can't even follow up with everything. I see the meetings that you have, even the Sunday calls, the deep dive that we have. I see how everybody comes, even when you're not prepared to join any session on Sunday, like immediately the notification is up. Everybody's calling their teammates, everybody's joining. Like it's been amazing, and you guys have actually made the work easy for me one way or the other. Thank you so much. So I'm going to go right into sharing my screen because we already spent a lot of time and we will need to like leave this place in a bit. As we say, everybody is a winner. Although I know that DVC already said that she sees this as a competition, but in the actual sense, this is not a competition. We are all winners, and whatever the result is, let's just take it and let's not be sad. We are all winners, as I said. So I'm going to drum roll. If you can guess who the leading team is, you can just drop it in the chats section as I am about bringing up my screen. So without
before you bring up your screen, let's go from fifth, fourth, like that approach that I'll get. Before you share the screen fully.
Okay. I didn't get that favor. Sorry.
So I was like, you could announce like the fifth, the fourth, the third, then you can before you share the screen. So I mean, we make it a little bit exciting, like proper.
Okay, so I'm going to I was going to say there's no particular order. So I'm just going to say Team Artemis. Oh, you guys did so well. I don't know. I'm not saying you guys came first or you guys were the third, you took the third position or whatever. Team Giza as well. You did well. Team Alexandra and team Colossus and Team Olympia. Everybody did well. You guys can just rep your team, and as I bring up the screen, it's like nobody's trying to rep their team. So I'm just going to say show us screen because I only see Olympia. Wow, I see it. Give us screen. The screen is with me. I can decide to share or not. People, why are you laughing? Screen. Okay. All right. And the screen is coming in 3, 2, 1. Go. Stand up. Please, people, help us play that music. So this is the result of the case study. And as I said, everybody's a winner and we have all done well. So in the first place, we have Team Colossus. And this is like the point is on a scale of 30. We have Team Colossus with 25.5. Then after Team Colossus, we have Team Olympia with 19.25 points. After Team Olympia, we have Team Artemis with 18.75. Then we have Team Alexandra with 18.25. Then we have Team Giza with 16.75. Congratulations to everyone. You have all done well. Do we have anything to say, people?
I mean, it's just right it's just right to hear the shout outs from the team, from Team Colossus, especially Team Colossus.
Team Colossus.
Yeah, let's hear from them.
Team Colossus, please, how do you feel? Who's going to be speaking for us?
I feel excited. I'm speaking already.
Okay.
I just jumped up, man. I don't even know what to say, but I feel excited. And I think you guys can get that from my voice. I've been strong for some days, but I feel okay now. I'm well. Man, shout out to all my team members.
I see Gabriel's hand up. Please, Gabriel, you can go ahead.
I think for me, I'm actually very surprised, very happy. Like,
Is it just
wow.
me, or your voice is a bit low?
Oh, okay. But can you guys hear me now?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Yeah, so for me, it's a lot of. And I feel very surprised. I'm not surprised, but like I don't know how I feel. It's confusing, but I'm so grateful actually, and very, very, very happy. And, this is just so. I'm just so happy. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you.
Okay, so I think I would like to hear from someone from team, everybody from each team, somebody from each team will speak. I just want to hear us. So team
So I think I
Alexandra.
want to
Okay.
speak.
Okay.
Oh, I actually want to speak for Team Olympia.
Okay, please go ahead. You can speak.
So I'm actually super excited because last night we were at loggerheads, but to see that we got second place, I'm actually super proud. Big shout out to Toby for holding us, for keeping us on our toes, and ABC for the wealth of knowledge. Thank you so very much. We wouldn't have gotten this far without you, and thank you to Transfer as well.
Team Olympia, you guys have done so well. So who's going to speak for Team Artemis? Olawale, if you're speaking, I can't hear you. Okay, Tunde, please go ahead. Then Afiz, you can go after.
Okay, thank you. I think Wale should be sleeping by now, but still fine. And thank you guys. Thank you, Transport, for bringing up this. And we do appreciate Chooks, thank you. Tolu, thank you. Though we had some little setback. I think one of our top 9 was dropped along the line. So, but at least we came third and still fine. And we'll keep improving on what we have to. Thank you, guys.
All right, it's good to know that you guys did well, and you all collaborated to work on this despite the whole changing plans and having to get someone drop off this session, the boot camp. So Team Giza and Team Alexandra, please, we can speak.
All right, this is Samson for Team Giza. I'm the results now. I'm very happy. Like I'm not happy we came fit, but it's all good. Big shout out to my team lead, Wale, Victoria, Blessing, and our coach. She really did an amazing job. But I will thank. I will. Anyway, Sha. Appreciate.
Okay, so all right, I'm saying that I think that the major thing is us getting the feedback that we've gotten, then we can go ahead to improve on all of these things that has been mentioned. As I said, everybody's a winner, so let's not the feeling is valid, but let's not let it eat deep into us, as you have also done very well. So Team Alexandra, who's going to do the final shout out for us so that we can move? I think that we have a feedback form, that feedback pool that we need to fill before we end the session for today. So say Olawale is going to so if you're trying to speak, we can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, now.
Okay, so thank you, Trevor. Big thanks to my team members. We have our reservations, but I mean, it's done. So yeah, basically, thank you, everybody.
All right. Good to know. I know that we all have reservations and all of that, but let's just take all of this feedback and make proper use of them. Let's just I hope that we've been able to jot some of these things that we got from our panelists down. Then we can go back to this slide is for you, to use. You can start to compile your portfolio. You can start to use it to apply for jobs and all of those things. So you just need to make sure that you go back to the drawing board, the feedback that has been given, ensure that you're able to you guys can still come together, ensure that you are going to work, improve on the things that have been pointed out, and the things that probably are not supposed to be there, you take it off so that everything looks better and you're able to use it for other things that you're going to be using it for. And if you still have more questions, you know that the facilitator faculty is on the LMS, so you can go there to connect with the facilitators that we've had so far on the bootcamp. So I'm going to have to pass the mic to Favor now. Thank you so much, Favor. Thank you for holding the fort. Thank you for showing up today. Cheers to us all.
All right. Well done, everyone. I know the emotions in the house are a little bit sketchy right now, but please engage me by sharing some feedback. By sharing some feedback on this form. We have 3 questions. In one word, I just want to know one word. How do you feel now that we've gone through the session in totality? Which of the team's presentations you enjoyed the most? What stood out for you from these presentations? And any feedback to improve the presentation? Because that's what we strive and we grow with your feedback. And I know a lot of feelings and questions are already coming as to why this, why that, of which I will try as much as possible to address. But I also like to make our panelists know that they are able to leave the call if they need to excuse themselves now. We thank you very much. We understand that if you have anything to address or you're ready to leave, you can always leave now. If you need to go, and if you want to stay with us, we also appreciate you staying with us to the end as well. While you are all sharing feedback, I've dropped the link in the chat box. I want to tell you about, a couple of things that Treford has upcoming for us. At the end of the year, we always have a local tech summit in collaboration with our partners. And it also reminds me, a big shout out to all people that came in here through some of their partners, whether it was Contact. So Contact people, I saw them talking in the chat box. So Contact people, shout out to all of you. People from Chicool Africa, TIT, what other partners did we have come in? All our partners, if you came in from a partner channel, please shout out to your PIP, yes. People in products, so shout out to all our partners, Nocotech, NCIT, yes, any of those partners that you joined in with. Yeah, so great. Thank you very much for doing that. So shout out to all our partners, our learning partners, who sending students to join, and also most importantly, at the end of the year, we always have our No-Code Tech Summit, which we do in partnership with Non-Tech in Tech. That's going to be happening in December 9th. I think the 10th and 9th this year. So it's been a nice place to connect with all of you, see all of you, and you're like, oh, Favor, I know your face, Favor, I know your face. It's always very pleasant. Sorry, I might not always, disclaimer, I might not always remember faces, but just let me know when it was that we interacted, and we can always confirm there. All right, so I'm still looking forward to seeing feedback from everyone. Drop a couple of feedback. While I feel responses, I've not seen anything so far yet. So anybody that wants to drop something would be cool. It's be nice to drop this. But yes, these are the things we have upcoming for us, and I'm very sure I'll be sharing a couple of forms for each team to fill. That's the case study feedback form for each team. What's it called again? The case study feedback form for each team. The post-training survey, which is going to be on the LMS. General feedback survey. Yes, and most importantly, take this score as just like in just like in the real world, or like when you were in secondary school or primary school, and you just learn something, your teacher will always give you correction. Do you understand? The correction is not to make you feel bad. The correction is to help you grow and get better at what you do. I'm trying to say. So take this as feedback on how you can improve yourself, improve your process. Do you understand? Improve yourself, improve your process, improve what you do, how you do it. Do you understand? So that is what I want you to take from here. Don't let that. Yeah, just like I did last, the feelings are very valid. But beyond that, the feedback is more important. And the feedback is what you should take as how you can use to improve your process. You will see specific places that were graded on everything that was graded, it was graded on a 5-point scale. You see specifically that were graded on the 5-point scale, and you can use that as a feedback to improve how you do things and how you do it. The reason why is you shouldn't feel bad is this is not the real world. You are not facing real world where whatever you do is going to affect how a company is going to grow in the next 6 months, or you're going to be launching a campaign where you're going to be losing about $1 million if things don't go right. This is a safe environment for you to learn. And what you just did was you just practiced in a safe environment where you are allowed to make mistakes and you've gotten feedback on how you can improve yourself. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So don't feel bad. Yeah, I respect the feelings, but please don't let it simmer for too long. Take it as good feedback. Take it as feedback that you can use to improve and get better, such that by the next time you're facing a campaign or you're facing a task very similar to this, you're going with it with vigor, with strength, with that energy, with experience, and the momentum needed to surmount that particular task. Understand? So use that. For the feedback that Sean said, I'm going to be taking up on that offer, and during the mentorship sessions that are going to be kicking off from next week or the week after that, you're going to have, I think there will be several sessions that will be able to cater for what Michelle raised about the data aspect of things. Yes, those sessions will be catered for. I'm also going to be stopping the live stream now, as well as the recording, so we can begin to have conversations as you might prefer to have them. Stop recording.